Boy, sure is easy to start a stream when you're in the Matrix. Like literally, I didn't even have to click anything. I just sort of like thought I should stream and yep. I'm just kidding. No, this is just the miracle of special effects. Uh, Me trying to not be pissed off, upset, disappointed, or otherwise feel bad about wasting way too much time screwing with phone cameras, trying to come up with the best, like, studio possible. If you know what I mean. Maybe you do. Here, I'll do the intro. Hey everybody, it's me, JJ, the owner and proprietor of Bright Idea Records, located at brightidearecords.com. The brightest minds in the Matrix. Oh yeah. How you doing? I uh I was playing some pinball. I suppose maybe I should finish. I don't know. It's a pretty good game. Pretty good. Um yeah, sure. Oh, I can't believe I did that. The physics are pretty damn good. Nice. I might want to warn you. I have the settings set at unlimited plays, so uh yeah. This isn't really like there isn't really a point to this because when you got infinite lives, you kind of just you know what I mean. It's kind of pointless. I mean, that's a pretty good score. I've almost got 200,000. There it was. There it went. All right. Yeah. But yeah, doesn't really mean much. When you got infinite lives, I already said that. Okay. You're like, all right, all right, all right, all right. I'll find something else to put on the screen. Okay. Like if that's cool with you. I what can I say? What can I say? I went to I've done a few things really. I've been up to some stuff. Where to begin? Where to begin? I don't know. I guess I could tell you. I don't know. I loaded a new ROM onto that phone that Pixel that I was trying to use as a camera. I figured I'd try an entirely different system, but unfortunately, the Pixel experience isn't necessarily an entirely different system than the Android OS. No, it's actually kind of like just an add-on. It's still basically Android at its core, so like basically it probably didn't change any of my thermal settings, which I now know there are six different statuses. Okay, if you will, there's like no heat, and then there's like a little bit of heat, and then there's like what a little bit more heat. Then there's ooh, it's getting hot, and then there's oh shit, we're about to melt down, and then there's level meltdown where the phone just kind of like stops everything and tries to, you know, not fry its innards. Because, yeah, if you didn't have, like thermal settings in a computer, if it didn't sense these things, it would just burn out. Like a car, when you got the gas pedal pushed all the way, pedal to the metal. And if you just like left it like that, like you'd burn out the engine, just like a computer without, any kind of thermometer, yeah, just burn itself up. Or like me, when I don't have anything to do, and I'm trying to figure out what to do, yeah, I tend to burn myself out. Yeah. I was doing some karaoke earlier. That was a pretty good way to burn myself out. Take my mind off to this stupid, stinking, whatchamacallit, damn stinking camera situation. It's got me bumming. Because ultimately, all I want is just like a nice, simple way to have like the wireless camera routine, you know? Like, whether it's with Wi-Fi, whatever. And I want the phone. I don't want the phone to overheat. I feel like phones are a greatly underutilized resource. It's like I've said it before. I'll reiterate. Like my most modern camera is that Pixel. Like it's got a very high resolution. It's just a really powerful camera. I'm not surprised it overheats. It's pretty powerful. So I feel like it's more important to me as a camera than it is as a phone at this point. Um, I've had stuff going on in my life. Remember, a lot of changes. So yeah, it doesn't affect a person's social life very well when you not only the social life, but hell, man, um, I'd say professional and personal, you know, social, personal, and professional. Making epic fails left and right, like blowing doctor's appointments and pissing them off, and not getting my meds. What little meds I can still get, and like friends, associates, um, like you know what? I don't need to be too descriptive. I'm just gonna say, yeah, man, fucking up left and right. So yeah, it's more useful to me as a camera than a phone right now. That's for sure. Yeah, I don't know, man. It is what it is. Most certainly is what it is. This is a big pain in the ass. But hey, I'm learning about new shit. You know, I don't let anything get in my way when it comes to researching my technological options. Yeah, that's right. I'm looking around, trying to figure out what's out there, what I could be utilizing to have a good time. Oh yeah, I know this one. Oh, I'm clicking on the wrong window. That's funny. I'm never gonna stop doing that. That's just that's just an annoying thing. I get confused. I'm all like, oh, oh, oh. I don't like that. Here, I gotta adjust the image real quick. Let me see. I think I need stretch. Whoa, what happened? Good God Almighty. Oh, we're okay. We're okay. It just took my graphics card a second to figure out what the hell I was doing. Okay. There, I like that better. I don't look quite so fat. Okay. Not bad, not bad. Please don't be offended just because I have black skin. Alright? That would be racist. Possibly ignorant. Okay? So, on your part. Alright? I'm just sitting here with my black skin and purple highlights. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. And you know there's nothing wrong with that. The only thing I could do to make it wrong would be if I made myself look really fat. Like why would you do that, Jay? Why would you make yourself look like that? Self hatred. I don't know, self deprecation. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. So what's the goal? What's the fucking goal, huh, JJ? Like I say, I'm just taking some downtime. It was really easy to start the stream in Matrix mode, okay? And like well, yeah, man. It is what it is. The great big fucking headache. But, this is a pretty interesting technology having a phone hooked up to the computer like this. It kind of reminds me of VNC, networking with like a remote desktop. Yeah, except, it doesn't have to be remote. No, not it doesn't have to not be remote. Um I'm using the USB right now just cuz my batteries are all low. Mhm. Mhm. But yeah, I mean, like I could I could go crazy. I could go from this to like, you know, I think you know. Yeah, man. All that, you know. That's what I'm talking about. I'm just screwing around. This particular open source application is called SCRCPY. Found it on SourceForge. Good old SourceForge. Back in the day, We practically only had SourceForge. Like, there were only a few websites on the internet even worth going to back in the day. And when I say worth going to, what I mean is like, literally, there was nothing on the internet worth going to. That's what I'm saying. And if you had any particular interests, if you had any particular interest in like geeky shit, you know, you were probably going to like SourceForge was definitely an option. You might also be going to freshmeat.net for your newest open source and Linux and Unix. I think they did BSD as well on Fresh Meat. Hell yeah, they did. So it was basically open source Unix. There was no Windows shit on Fresh Meat. I mean, the Internet Archive's there. If I'm wrong, call me out on it. But yeah, man. What else was there? Oh, well, if you were into computer security, you were bound to be going to PacketStorm every day. Back when it was on Purdue, the universities, I think that was their first host. And then they eventually got that Linux security domain secured at some point. And of course, at the same time, Security Focus was getting started, you know, and it became a rather dominant computer security information distribution point. But the thing is, PacketStorm was always like on the cutting edge. You could always expect PacketStorm to be posting the newest of the newest, like the 0-dayest of the 0-dayest. All right, so, and of course, PacketStorm had everything from your, you know, advisories, you know, that are issued by the distributors of the distributions, and anything from an advisory all the way up to an exploit, a 0-day, a proof of concept, if you will. And not only that, everything in the middle, which basically consists of white papers and security tools, such as scanners, auditors, firewalls, virus scanners, virus removers, you know, whatever. Whatever was popular. And then you had a Slashdot.net. Yeah. That's where everybody used to gossip. That was the big forum. I swear, man, there were people in this town 20 years ago. I knew like a few dozen people that were totally addicted to Slashdot. And I'm not even a sociable person. I'm surprised I even knew a dozen people back then. But like everybody was neck deep into that Slashdot.net. Just talking about anything and everything. Anything from like technical shit, like what I'm talking about, the packet storm and the, yeah, man. But no, they covered everything from like video games to, you know, like geek culture, like ThinkGeek, the store, you know, with like all the Star Wars crap and the Jolt Cola and the whatnot. Yeah, man. I think they bought Slashdot. I don't know. I know they used to advertise on that site all the damn time. I don't know when people stopped using SourceForge. I don't know when they stopped using Slashdot. It seems to me that these sites went from being super popular, the most popular websites on the entire internet, right? They went from that to basically being like antiquated, like little reminders of a bygone era, like even though they're still there, like nobody goes to them really if they don't have to. Personally, I've always loved SourceForge, and I found this program on SourceForge. Like, it recommended like a dozen programs in a row that I couldn't even like live without. So, yeah, man. I mean, I know that most people are probably going to go to GitHub or whatever, which is perfectly fine. It's kind of a completely different thing. GitHub is more like CVS, which is like a distribution system for like updates, like kernel updates and source code and crap. So GitHub is just the next evolutionary step in that direction. Even though I use my GitHub kind of like a trash receptacle, that I never empty because, I got good trash. What can I say? But the Source Forge, it's I mean, I guess you can get your source code from them. It's more of an application distribution point, like it's more like a freaking software catalog of open source options, which has always been an awesome thing. It seems like it just isn't as popular as it was 20 years ago. That's all I'm saying. Like every day when I got promoted from tech support to the development department at that internet service provider I worked at, it's not the well. No, it's some other kind of water thing. Okay. Anyways, yeah, I would go to like those sites I just mentioned, the Packet Storm, probably security focused too, even though I tried not to go there too much because I thought of that site as more of a reference site that has bug track access. That's pretty much what security focus was to me. And I mean, if you're checking your encyclopedia every day on a daily basis, first thing when you get to work, there's something wrong with you. Okay? And I knew there was if I was like, you know, looking at their encyclopedic, vulnerabilities and bugs database. That's pretty much the reason why people went to security focus. They were like the exploit DB of the time period with bug track, of course. But no, no. You go into Packet Storm, Fresh Meat, Slashdot. Um, I feel like there was something else. Hotmail. I don't know. Yeah, everybody had a Hotmail email address back then too. Probably to go along with their Yahoo address as well. Um, ICQ. That's not really a web page, but I mean, you had to have your ICQ open. Maybe even your AOL Instant Messenger if you were that sociable. If you were the type of person that had like dual identities. If you were like a good person on the surface, but you had a dark side. Maybe you used AIM for your dark side as opposed to your ICQ, which was your friendly. ICQ was super popular. I don't know if you have any idea, people, like that Mirabilis or whatever the hell. Like there's some fake ICQ these days. It has nothing to do with the original ICQ. That thing was super popular. Like you could send files over it real easy. Like people were trading MP3s and chatting. You could have the easy chats, and it was a super popular. Anyway, and I don't know. But yeah, SourceForge. It was cool to hang out there for a minute. I was happy to. I've never had anything against SourceForge. It's always been a good source of binary for me. Yeah, I like getting my binary from reliable, reputable sources that also appreciate their binaries as much as I do. And no, I'm not talking about people. I'm talking about literal computer binaries, all right? I still don't know how to use the word binary with regards to other things. I only know how to use it contextually with computer shit. Nobody's ever sat down and explained to me how to use it with other things. I've heard people like use it for different things. I don't get it. Like, why don't we just start using the word unary? That's a good one. We got our unary operators over here. That's when you got a telephone operator, but there's only one of them. They're usually sitting at a front desk when you go to a business or a you know, when you got an appointment. Oh, just have a seat. They'll be with you in one moment. Yeah, that's a unary operator right there. Whatever. I'm funny. I know I am. Got the good sense of humor. So what else? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Oh yeah, I do know. It's pretty. I don't know. It's kind of cool. It is what it is. All right. Nothing is really cool in my life. Nothing is really great. But some things are worth perking up for. Right? Like getting a little bit excited. Not too excited, because ultimately, there's nothing worth getting excited for. Huh. Yeah, like this thing was overheating like a motherfucker. That's not anything worth getting excited about. Oh, the battery's at 100%. That's worth getting excited about. Put this away. So, what am I getting at? I think you all have been following the Nintendo adventures I've been trying to have lately, whether they be Game Boy related or maybe even Nintendo DS related, being the DS Lite or the DSi. I don't know. It's like it's all building up to my eventual video where I have to fix my 3DS, because my 3DS XL is awesome and I love that fucking thing, but it's been broken for like 2 years. It has this problem with the well, it's a problem with the hinge. Okay, the ribbon cable, the zip cable. Okay, it's like there's some kind of issue. There's this dude that made a YouTube video. It's the best one on the internet, and it's the only one that, like, mind you, the only one where the guy actually gets to the root of the problem and fixes it. Because when these little game things, when your game system takes a shit on you and you get turned to the internet to ask for help, yeah, you're gonna get a lot of bullshit answers, a lot of what I like to call rigmarole. Okay, they're gonna suggest elementary, very rudimentary, basic first step type shit. Like make sure your battery's charged. Make sure you hit the powers. I don't know, man. Like really basic shit. I'm trying to recall some of the things people. Oh, one of the suggestions is make sure the battery is charged. For the 3DS, my baby that's broken. And then the other suggestion was to try a new battery, because the battery that you're using might be old and not holding a charge anymore. So that's why it won't power up, and it only gives you a momentary flash of light indicating that it just tried and fell flat on its face. That's what this is, a known problem that the 3DS has. And yeah, they'll suggest battery stuff first, and then I think they'll start to suggest stuff regarding, I don't know. It's a bunch of bullshit, guys. But I've known for like the past year or so that this one video, basically I've known what the problem is. And I've had the 3DS disassembled. I just haven't been able to work on it. I've had bigger problems. I've had bigger fish to fry. I've had like medication issues, which reminds me, I really should take some medication. It's neither here nor there. It is what it is, people. I think I should go back to Matrix mode too. That would be smart. Mm-hmm. Maybe Morpheus will come and help me out. I could use a hand. And Morpheus, even if he doesn't believe that you're the one, you know, he's still gonna, if he's a friend of yours, you know, he'll be there for you. That's the kind of guy Morpheus is. Just ask the Oracle. Am I right? Am I right? Of course I'm right. Anywho. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What did I do? Oh, I went to the about screen. I see. Yeah, that's the program. It's called Vector Camera, and it's free. It's pretty fucking badass, if you ask me. I don't know. The only problem is the USB cable that I'm using is kind of I kind of anyway. Yeah, I'm not gonna touch the camera. I'm not gonna move it. It's what can we do here? What can we do? I don't know. I could show you some highlights. Might as well. It always seems like a good idea to self promote, you know, on the stream. Just uploaded a new video. Okay. This one is on my Super VHS tape deck that I've basically had about as long as I've had my bass guitar. You know the bass guitar I'm talking about, the headless one, the Ibanez Axe Star. It's like I call it my space bass. Played it in the radiation suits a whole lot. Well, strictly. Anyways, this Super VHS tape deck. I think I might have actually had this around longer than that bass. It's tough to say, but managed to keep it in pretty good condition all these years. Okay. Whoa, easy does it there, cowboy. And like I say, I'm kind of accident prone, and I'm kind of like, I don't know, I can be a filthy pig, like not just out of my mouth, but also in my environment. Granted, I'll always clean up eventually, whether it be taking a shower or getting the vacuum cleaner out and cleaning the room. I don't know. Like it always happens eventually. I'm just a busy guy with a lot of problems that prevent me from being more functional. But I've managed to keep this Super VHS deck in very good condition, and you know, I'm pretty happy about it. Here, I'll play some highlights for you while I take a pill and make a cigarette. So, yeah, I think you'll enjoy this. Why? Well, because it's a part of history, first of all. You know, all you fuckers on the YouTube watching all your videos, living it up, having a great life. You know, it people like me paved the path with our freaking archaic caveman-esque audio video technology. Like if we wouldn't have done all the crap that we did, you wouldn't even have videos to look up on YouTube. There wouldn't even be any videos. There'd be just a bunch of new shit, you know? But all the old shit that people look up, you know, because it's like important. Yeah, it's because of people like me that kept it going, you know, all these years.
Yes, 8 different sizes, 24, 36, 24 out to 16, 26, 30, 32. And then I did the multiplication I learned in elementary school, 10, 18, 24, 30, 32. So you write the 2 and then you carry the 3. So then you have the 3, so when all of equals 6, 5, 10, 8, 11. Water whistle there. Alright. Try this out. I'm gonna try to whistle with water in my mouth.
Gross.
Is that an ice skate in your mouth? Oh, no, let me try to whistle. That was the craziest thing you've ever done in your life. Crazy. After the first round. That's why I'm glad we won the first round. The second round, players get crazier. Third round, we get crazier. Ultimate loser. You don't even want to know what he has to do yet. Here we go. Whoever's forward.
I feel like that might be me.
Who's closer on YouTube? I don't remember.
Definitely not me.
Okay, let's get the second here on the board. We gotta get the vote up for the second one. Second one. I don't remember. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Three ice cream in the mouth.
Yeah, Ralphie sounds pretty upset over there.
Yeah, that's why I kept saying tree. So I threw off Ross so Ralphie would go crazy.
Yeah, you did out. Cheated again. Lord cheated again.
I'm just saying that.
Bro, I literally cooked my 4 eggs I had this morning, so I don't have any raw eggs.
All right.
What else you got in that pantry? I don't know. Let me see.
The biggest distraction is your dog.
Oh, I got a few packs. Can I raw one of those? No, you got two of them. What else can I choose from?
You can't see your pantry.
What can you mix it with?
Yeah, let's see your fridge now. You got to take one thing from the pantry and one from the fridge.
Mix them together. In an ice shaker, show off how great it's mixing.
Yeah, you got to show the ice shaker how it mixes up the eggs.
No, I don't got any eggs. Hold on.
Oh, I think he does. Fridge.
No, I don't. Yep. Those last 4 are still in there. Oh, here we go. This is kind of gross. Ginger beer is a non-alcoholic soft drink. That doesn't sound too good.
That sounds disgusting. Why is it in your fridge?
And I gotta mix it with protein. Oh yeah. All right, that's fine. That's a good mix. Yeah, hold on. Yeah, plus all your protein in your cabinet's like 4 years old too. Yeah. All right, here we go. Hold on.
Ginger beer with my drink?
We'll have the additions of.
Is this some quality programming or what, people? I'm telling you, this is not only quality programming, it's a quality life. That's me, and I must say, on a Saturday night, I know how to party. I just throw the Gronkowskis on the freaking YouTube and get to work, maintaining my awesome antique retro electronics and stuff. So I'm proud of myself. It's a very responsible party animal right there. Oh yeah. You know, I mean, if you think about all the people that don't do basic maintenance on their shit, like, oh my god, it's enough to make you cry. Just all the tragic, all the loss, all the waste, just because people don't maintain their shit. Oh well. Says the guy that doesn't have a car to drive at the moment because he didn't know about a thing called flushing the radiator. Whatever that is. Shit. Fact of the matter is, I drove that thing for like 15 years and nobody, like, not even my mechanic, he never even like asked, hey, do you ever get your radiator flushed? Like, he never brought it up once. I was just like, getting oil changes left and right, every 3,000 miles, 5,000 miles, what have you, every several months, you know. But what's this thing about a radiator flush? Oh, fuck. Yeah, yeah. Have you ever seen like sludge come out of a car that's like mud, but it's made out of rust flakes? Oh, man. Yeah. It's good to take care of your stuff if you know that you're supposed to, I suppose. You know, the nice thing about like this type of basic maintenance that we're doing here is you know, it's mostly getting the dust out of the freaking unit, you know? Like, cuz you don't want dust in your computer system. Like, I have a computer I'm looking at right now, and guess what? I can already see some dust accumulating right there, and I'm gonna fix it. I'll do some goddamn maintenance live on the stream. That's how serious I am about this crap. Gotta maintain your shit, people. Nobody's gonna do it for you. Unless you're, like, blessed or privileged or something like that. In which case, I'm jealous of you. True talk. But yeah. Probably gonna unplug the camera right now. Oh, what the hell? Oh, Google, what is it now? God damn it. Do no evil, Google. Interrupting my stream? That's kind of evil. Alright. Just so happens. Got a Q-tip right here. What else? Oh, I gotta go all the way across the room to get the rubbing alcohol? Fuck that, I got vodka right here. That's perfectly good. Probably just use water, but the nice thing about alcohol is, you know, it dries quicker than water. Like, it evaporates. Yeah. That's the real benefit of alcohol. Not that it has superior cleaning ability over water, let's say. It's just it evaporates. So, like, your shit's not going to be, like, wet the whole time. Alright, I'm not going to move the camera, because like I said, it'll probably shut down. But I'll show you some of the goodies that I'm... Oh, wow. Already it's starting to look... Yeah, man. Just when you see... If you see something, do something. Alright, people? I'm not just preaching, all right? I'm actually living by example, I think they call it. Like, yeah, leading by example, that's what it is. I'm a leader. I'm a leader of people. I'm a trendsetter. I'm a taste maker. Oh yeah, I'm a content creator. Yeah, look at that. Look at that shit. Oh my god. This is so... Yeah. No, this couldn't have gone 1 minute longer. No, this was already getting out of control. So, yeah, doing something about it. It's probably about time to use the other side of this Q-tip, I think. Oh, no. You just gotta squish the dust down. It looks like a lot of dust until you smash it down. And then you realize, oh yeah, it just takes up a lot of space because it's so fluffy. Oh, God. And you know why computer, like, you know, the electronics, they get hot? I was talking about that earlier. And they overheat, but they have fans, thankfully, to circulate the air and keep them cool. The only problem with these damn fans is, yeah, they're dust magnets, because why wouldn't they be? Like, dust floats in the air, and like fans, they suck in the air and they blow out the air. It's like they got two good reasons to be dust magnets. It's mostly the sucking, but, you know, in combination with the blowing the fans do, But yeah, that didn't sound right. Whatever. The thing is it just makes the dust get that much more embedded. You know, when the fans are blowing, and the dust has nowhere to go, it just gets smashed up against a grate or something. You know, it gets pressed up against something by the air, and yeah, it makes it like basically makes it like it's never gonna go away. Like it's now become a part of the unit, the system that we're talking about, whatever it may be. In this scenario, my main computer system that I wouldn't really be able to stream without. Yeah, gotta take care of it. Gotta. And just by doing this little activity, like you know that this was collected in the fan, right? But if I would have just left it there, it would eventually distribute throughout the whole system, because you know that's what would happen. So by getting rid of it now, I'm keeping the overall integrity of the system. I'm keeping it, you know, safe. I'm keeping it. It'll be functioning long from now in a relatively dust-free manner, because I was willing to do this instead of be a good host, right? Like I didn't even adjust like my camera position. Like I should be like more like here. But this is more important, all right? All right, folks. This is my goddamn main system. Like hello. Look at that. And I just barely cleaned it like a month ago. And this room, it is a dust magnet. Don't ask me why. Like I've been cleaning dust hardcore for like at least say like 16 months. Like I've been cleaning my air filters on a regular basis, vacuuming, freaking using the wipes, the Q-tips, what have you. There was a point where this room was like a clean room. It was dust free. I mean, it wasn't a clean room per se because there was still, you know, junk all over the place. But it isn't like the junk was dusty. Fuck no, it wasn't. It was literally just about like a clean room in terms of being dust free. But, you know, it just never lasts that long. I guess it's because I live in the desert. I guess the desert is just a dry and, you know, harsh environment, and stuff gets baked. And when it gets baked by the sun, it dries out. And then it turns to dust. And then next thing you know, you got dust all up in your grill. Ah, fuck. It is what it is. If you don't take care of it, it gets worse. It becomes worse than what it is. It becomes a major nuisance, a major problem. Kind of like a lot of situations in my life. The whole medication balancing situation went from being a nuisance to being a hassle to being detrimental to my fucking life, and freedom and ability to function and get my work done, make it to appointments, answer the phone, like, and when you can't answer the phone because you don't have medication, then you start to miss phone calls from doctors that prescribe other medication, and then they don't want to deal with you no more because you're just like some weirdo that doesn't return your calls. It's like, motherfucker, I'm going through shit right now. Bear with me. Please. Oh, I'll bear with you. Here, it's going to require you paying this late fee. Oh, my God. Oh, thanks. Really appreciate that. Yeah, anyhow. And these are not hypothetical situations. These are pretty true to life, folks. All right, I don't want to ruin the whole video for you. All right, it's yeah, I'm done. I'm done. Only used this one end. I think I could still get some more use out of it too. But where was I going? I don't know. This is talking about real life scenarios where minor little nuisances snowball out of control and become avalanches, wiping out your life. And all kinds of various elements of your life. Yeah. You know, as long as you're alive, you really don't have a reason to be too depressed if you think about it. Okay, folks? You might appreciate that more if you'd had as many near-death experiences as I've had. So, ultimately, if my life isn't being threatened at the moment, I'm doing okay. I'm trying not to freak out. I'm still capable of freaking out, just like anybody else. You know, the pressure, it gets to you. Yeah! Right? But, as long as your life isn't in immediate danger, no immediate threats to your existence, you're doing pretty good. And you really don't have to freak out. Even if everything that you've depended on, like, to keep you stable and balanced and functional, even if everything is suddenly disappearing and your whole way of life is changing, like like an hourly basis. It's like my life is changing on an hourly. I have nothing to depend on aside from this stream, right? And my guitar, right? I can't depend on my phone. I know that much. You know that much as well. So, yeah. And I can depend on that SVHS deck because I've maintained it. God damn it. That's for sure. I'm like an engineer and crap, I guess. So I'd recommend checking it out. It's like about an hour. You might learn something about videotapes or, you know, VHS. Like I say, it's kind of really important to you YouTube motherfuckers. Alright? Because, yeah, you wouldn't even have any video if it wasn't for people like me and our crusty old SVHS decks. Yeah. Alright, that was like, that might as well have been a cyber deck back then. It was so high tech, so sleek, if you will. And I will, man. I'm gonna be playing some videos. Oh, I need to go to the bathroom first, though. I'm a little backed up, really full. No, where was I going? I don't know. That was pretty bad. Oh yeah, just how high tech that shit was, man. That Toshiba Diomage, that was broadcast quality, so that's a good thing. But just like the ejecting tray that it has, the mechanism for the tapes, the insertion of tapes, and the expulsion of the tape when you're done. And what else? What else? Oh, the synchro editing capabilities, where through a LANC cable, which is basically like a little headphone cable, or like a desktop speaker, eighth of an inch little stereo. Yeah, you could link up a couple of those, and they would, in unison, start the playing and the recording, allowing you to edit videos. Like, how do people edit videos these days? I don't know, what, use a program on your phone? Probably don't even use a program. Probably go to a website. Probably edit your damn YouTube videos on websites, I bet. Yeah, that sounds real professional. Way more professional than using broadcast quality SVHS decks. Yeah, that's right. Real pro. And they're getting more views than me. What's up with that? Oh well. I'm not in this for the views. Don't get me wrong. I just find it to be a shocking, stark contrast. You know, the guy that's been neck deep in video his whole life is like looking like an amateur practically every time I put a new video on. Comparatively speaking, Don't get me wrong, the content is still top notch, top of the goddamn line. But, you know, with my old ass low resolution cameras in conjunction with my lack of a crew or anything, I'm pretty much the camera guy, the editor, the audio, the sound guy, the so-called talent or the host, you know. Hell, sometimes I'm even the musical, I'm even the band for the show. You know what I mean. I'm the orchestra. Yeah, so what? So what? I don't know. Maybe if I had like some equipment I could depend on, first of all, that was like halfway modern, you know. Granted, I like my old shit. I like it just fine. It just kind of makes me stick out a little more. Like I don't stick out already. No, I mean, if you want to get people to view your YouTube videos, you got to make them look like everybody else's. You know, they got to have the same kind of like, you know what I'm saying, people. And I just don't have that. And I could, but it's way more trouble for me with the equipment that I have. Like, it's literally like, it's the difference between making a 2-second photocopy and the difference between that and doing a pencil sketch tracing. You know, like, it's a big fucking difference in terms of labor. Alright? So, I'm not going to be changing my format anytime soon. This raw style that I got, it's taken a lot of, it's taken a lot of hard work and practice to get this turd as shiny and polished as it is. Which is probably the shiniest, most polished turd on the entire planet Earth. Yeah, that's right. Pretty proud. Pretty proud. Oh, yeah. I mean, look at that freaking SVHS deck. It's in fantastic condition. You know how much living this thing has done? Like, if I have a right to be proud. I keep my shit well maintained. And I know how to use it just as good as I ever did. Like, I should probably clean the remote control, though. It's looking a little bit dusty. That's no good. Definitely gotta clean that remote control. If you'll excuse me for a moment, I'm trying to locate my analog to digital video USB interface. Because that's the one thing slowing me down. It's like I could be importing videos right this second. And it's like, I should be. I gotta find this. In this drawer? Maybe. Could be. No. Oh well. Maybe here? Yeah. Bang bang. No. No. Son of a bitch. Well, you know, I guess it must be somewhere safe. It must be in a cool, dry place, somewhere safe. Yeah. Turning to dust, because I live in the desert. And yeah, like I said earlier, that's what things do out here in the desert. They turn to dust. And, you know, it's okay. It's a natural progression, a part of life. It's as natural as birds tweeting. And I don't mean using their cell phones. No, that wouldn't be natural at all. Unless you're talking about Limu the emu, in which case, yeah, that bird will probably tweet and try to sell you some insurance at the same time. I'm telling you. It's, No!
There's a place where everyone can be happy. A beautiful place for the whole fucking world. It's made of candy canes, a place that bright and the meanest little boys, most innocent little girls, and you know, always that I could go there. It's a road that I found, and I wish you the best of luck here. Drop a call letter to my side of town, 'cause there's no time for fun, or fighting, my friend. But baby, I know days, but I hate that you can stand and go. Paid my entire world, but I don't have the time to clean the feet of soil. And I won't forget it.
Oh, son of a bitch. I really gotta get at the root of that problem. Let's see if this camera, maybe it won't shut down if I hold the USB cable really snug. Oh, son of, you know what? I'll get it back. It'll be back. I just gotta, man, this is not cool. I'm gonna use this cable. We don't need that other tablet. Or that's a tablet. This is a phone. Yeah, we don't need that tablet. Forget about it. Forget about it. All right? Don't worry about it. It is what it is, folks. All right? Bada boom, bada bing, bada bang. Just don't worry about it. Okay? Because we got it all under control. This is the movie business. All right, people. We got it. It's everything's under control. All right, and so don't worry about it. But yeah, man, for some reason my karaoke box, like, it keeps like getting jammed up. It's bullshit. Like, I got a compact disc in there because, like, you know, I'm old school like that, and like, what's the big deal with the compact disc, you're saying? By the way, if you ever set up a microphone on a microphone stand and you don't want people, if you're doing like karaoke or open mic and you don't want people fucking with it, because, you know, people, they always got to adjust the microphone. And like, if you're the master of ceremonies and you don't want them to, just put something spiky right there. So nobody will touch it. And if they do, they'll regret it. Anyhow. Yeah, I guess the CD, I got the bass or the volume turned up like too high. So I think it causes the laser that's reading the disc to like rattle and eventually like come undone. And it just kind of stops when I'm right in the middle of my groove, you know, like I'm having a good, you know, I'm like batting 1,000 over there. You know, with my awesome, I'm even doing the backup vocals, people. All right, that's the kind of artist that I am. All right, it's like, well, you're always focused on doing the lead vocals. I'll go out of my way and I'll just do the backup vocals because I'm that capable, and I know they're there. I know how to do them. Like, it's a good song, and those Bad Religion guys, they're always harmonizing with the backup vocals. So why wouldn't you wanna? I can even do the Red Hot Chili Peppers. You know, they got some pretty good backup vocals in their tunes too. Yeah, when you think about how many people go out and do karaoke, and when they have to, you know, step up their solo, you know, it's not right. If the song has backup vocals, somebody should be backing them up. I'll try, you know, if I'm familiar with the song and I'm there and nobody else is like gonna back this person up. I will, but I haven't been out to do karaoke in a long time. It's at least been since they cut off my fucking pain meds. That's for sure. Nah, I'd say the thought of doing anything is stupid. Like moving that VCR in here was stupid. I totally could have fucked up my back really bad. It was awkward. You know, yeah, it's an awkward. I don't know if you can tell how heavy that thing is. And I could have easily fucked myself up badly just twisting the wrong way. But I just needed to get it done, so it was worth the risk for whatever reason. Don't ask me. I guess I'm a preservationist. I gotta get these videos. I gotta get them to somebody. That reminds me, I've had a video sitting around for a while now. I should probably let you guys check this out. This is if you ever saw me talking about the house that was built with video games. I was describing how I had the 5 necessary elements of adult life. Basically, when I was 17, had like a job, a fiance, a motor vehicle. I had like a place of my own. I had a lot of stuff going, and it was kind of all related to the video games and more stuff. And well, the funny thing is, the house that was built with video games, it was basically a real house, and you're gonna get to see it. It's more of an apartment, really. Let me see. I got it right here, I think. Oh, I think, yeah, this is it. It's called The House That Was... Oh, I think I passed it. Yeah. Oh, it's highlighted. You can't read it. Let's see. Here, I'll go one above it. That'll make it easier to see. Yeah, man. So, I'm basically embarrassed by this video. I don't even know why I'd share it with anybody. I'll be uploading it soon to the Internet Archive, though. This will probably be the only time you ever get to see it on YouTube. But I'm just that bored and just that reckless. I think you might get a kick out of it. Maybe. We'll see. It starts out with a birthday party. I'll let you watch a little bit of that, but I think it would probably be more appropriate to fast forward through it. I don't know, though. Then again, nobody really is gonna, like, care, so not really gonna piss anybody off. I don't know. We'll see. Alright. Anyways, now, without further ado, literally, the house that was built and, well, the house that was spoken about in the video called The House... You know what I'm saying. Fuck it. Alright, enjoy. Testing. I got my microphone working. No, that's actually where I'm literally talking about. Here's Son of a bitch. This is an addendum to that original interview question. I'm like, I got this. I'm really trying to hammer you over the head at this point. Right? I'm trying to get across. No, media source, cut that shit out. All right, I got this. Don't worry about nothing. All right, people, don't you worry about nothing. Let me do the worrying for you, okay? Son of a bitch. Where'd that file go? Oh, you know what? If I sort them by date, I'll find them quicker. Yeah, because it's a pretty new conversion. Yeah, that's what it is. It's a new conversion. Would have been made after the juggling videos. Could it be this one? You know what? I'll just make a playlist and cycle through it real quick because I ain't got nothing else to talk about. I'm kind of tired of talking about my problems. and it's kind of all I can think about. I'm gonna talk about my medication more probably, and how much I miss my fentanyl patches. And it's just, I really, not only do I not want to really look that way on my own stream, like I want to talk about better things. I started out pretty good. But yeah, I don't think anybody wants to watch that either. But yet, it's still just about the only thing I can think about. I'm just like, God damn it. These motherfuckers totally fucked me. Like, they got me so super... Okay, see, now I'm doing it. And it's no good. You know, nobody wants that. Nobody needs that. It's just crap. Crap. This is pretty funny. I should show you this. It's still a work in progress, but it's short, so I think I will. I'll show you this. It's pretty. Which one is this one? It's 4743. 4743. What the hell? Am I reading that right? 2023 February. What is that? An 18 or a 13? It's an 18. Okay, so I guess this was back on the 18th. This went down. Oh, okay, there it is. Okay. Let's see if I can drag and drop this puppy into the VLC or from the into the OBS. Yeah, man. Yeah. Don't you worry about a thing. All right, everything. I got everything. Let me do the worrying for you. Doesn't that sound nice to have somebody to do the worrying for you? That's a very nice gesture for anyone to do for anybody. Oh yeah. All right, where's the goddamn window? Is this it? What the fuck? Where is it? All right. Be that way. I'll delete you. Re-add you. No, can I drag and drop though? That's the thing I really want to know. Drag, drop, copy. No, that didn't do anything. All right. All right, here it is. Hey. Did something happen? Oh. Well, this sucks. I can't manage my volume, my levels. Son of a bitch. Might as well just use VLC at this point. You know what I mean, folks? At least I can control the volume on that. Shit. Alright then. I'll do this however I have to. This is practice for me, alright? If I don't do this, I never get any good practice. Yeah, it takes practice to be a good streamer. You know it does. Where's the volume? Come on, fuckface. Say something. What the hell? Goddamn fucking... Oh. You know what? I don't think this video... Yeah, this is the unedited shit. There is no volume. No wonder I'm totally, like, freaking out. Feeling out of control. Because in this scenario, there's no... This is a what they would call a no-win scenario. Yeah, I'll never get any audio on a file that doesn't have an audio track. It's like that's practically like I got punked. I got pranked. Oh, all right. Good times. Well, that'll be pretty cool. I guess when it's done, I did like have a completed copy, but it was just too low res. It was not anything worth sharing. It was too low res. Hello. Wow, wow, wow. What the hell is this? I got too many videos, people. You know that? Did I ever tell you that, like, I have too many videos to manage? But hey, you know what? I can still... The nice thing about having too many videos is, hey, that's better than not having enough. It's like I've always got a video to play. That's for sure. It's true. I got more video than you got minutes. I'm telling you. And they all got kind of crummy file names too. Kind of non-descriptive. I'm like referencing the dates and times of creation more than the actual file names. Tisk tisk. Huh, which one is this one? Had a lot of, you know, the problem with, you know, the whole video thing is like, you know, if you don't share them, like when they're, the thing is, if you're not ready to, what I'm trying to say is, if I got a video and I don't share it with you immediately, there's a good chance you'll never see it. So, yeah, it's of critical importance to not archive the crap. I gotta share it before I archive it. That's otherwise, what's the point in archiving it, right? This isn't just for me. This is for the whole of the internet. I have more internet experience in my finger that I click my mouse with. All right. And no, it's very clean. That's just shadows making it look dirty. Okay. I'm a guitar player. I gotta keep my nails. Gotta keep this. Anyway, the point is yeah, you know how many millions of times I've clicked a mouse? I got more internet time than you've punched on your smartphone. Alright? If that's worth anything, well then, there you go. I don't know that that actually is. What's that saying? That doesn't amount to a hill of beans or something like that. Like, well, maybe not. You know, back in my day, that's the kind of shit that like my father would say, for example. Like, oh yeah, people thought Elvis was so great. Yeah, I had a garage band before anybody knew who Elvis was. Like, that's kind of like the kind of thing my old man would say. And it's like, I guess I got the impression that that was worth something, being like an originator, and like, I don't know. But yeah, in retrospect, I can see how nobody's gonna really ever realize that. So it's kind of like it is what it is. It's like when it comes to the videos, the nice thing about when you're an originator, okay, that means that you got in on whatever it is that's super popular now, right? That means that you got in on it early. So it's pretty much a guarantee that you're gonna have more stuff as a result, like more content. If you're a content creator and you were creating content before it was trendy, well, you're gonna have more content than anybody. And that amounts to what, a hill of beans? No, not really. No. It is what it is. It's a lot of dusty videotapes. Yeah. Oh, fuck, I got nothing. Oh, wait. It's all coming back to me. I had a flashback right when I said I got nothing. It was reminding me of when I made a big data copy to drive letter H. That was like yesterday when I had to bounce a new video. You know, that's what they call it when you render things. You're bouncing your audio tracks, you're rendering your videos. Yeah, I had to make room to do the actual rendering, and yeah, that's where they ended up. Drive H. Holy shit. H is for horse. Nay. H is for heroin. Whoa, man, I'm fucked up, man. Can I have another? No, I need it. Which one is this one? We're getting close. We're getting closer to the carrot at the end of the fishing rod. Okay. Oh, okay. This is the last video, the SVHS deck video. Okay. JJ does punk rock part 2. Oh, that's an excellent video. Yeah, the house built with video games from back in December, right? Right. Okay. Well then, I guess we'll start here at the top of the list. I'll do another. Oh, I can see the link. What about this one? Wait, no, that's. I think it's this one. Yeah, you people are gonna be like, why are you playing this, JJ? This is atrocious. This is crap. Why are you doing this to your fans? It's like, man, it's more than just crap. It's historical crap. This is the house built with video games, for Christ's sake. That's why. I mean, and the very fact that this video exists at all is kind of a miracle in its own right. You know? Wait a minute. No. Don't be stupid, Windows. I hate it when Windows is stupid. The computer's supposed to be smart. I'm supposed to be the stupid one. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, the very fact that this video even exists, that it survived the test of time, um, that this all, a lot of this happened while I was at work making money. Like this is what the people that were living in my house, this is what they were up to when I was busting my ass, earning a paycheck. Like, son of a bitch. I wish I would have known. I would have quit my job. I said, fuck this. Nothing is worth anything. You people are, yeah. But hey, that's what do they call hindsight, retrospect. You know, you can just assume that when your back is turned, you know. You know what? I just need to play the goddamn video. What's it called? What's the file name? It's 2003, February 12th. Okay, sort by name. February 12th. Okay, this is it. Alright. Hopefully the audio works, because it's going to make it difficult if it doesn't. Alright. What incarnation? Okay, no audio. That's sweet. Fuck yeah, man. No, not that one. That's a great video and everything. But no. What was I thinking it was then? Because it's about 50 minutes, right? 50. Yeah, like that video is already edited and available elsewhere. So, yeah. Tell me. Oh, that's Metroid. More Metroid. Cool. Yeah, I've been wanting to play some more Metroid for you folks, but you know, been trying to figure out my camera situation. It's been hair pulling. To say to surmise, to sum it up. SPB. What's SPB? Wow. Oh, I think this. I don't know. Yeah, it's nice to know my work is never done. Like, I still need to, like, organize. Oh, awesome. I can delete this. Dig this. This is a video that takes up 200 megabytes of space, and it is nothing but 2 hours of an empty videotape that I imported because, you know, I thought there was something on it. It was labeled as such. Cool. Delete. Excellent. That's 200 megabytes that I needed. Not gigabytes, megabytes. That helps. Okay, what's this one? Oh, playing guitar, that's pretty cool. Oh, I remember that. That's why I had that beer, the PBR. That's a good live stream. Hmm. Okay, these are music videos. Okay, that's cool. Video games and more. Posting. I don't think they gotta be copied on here, right? I guess nothing says they gotta be. This stands to reason. Hmm. I think this is it. Actually, no, I don't really want to gamble on anything right now. I don't know what's what. Wait, what's this one? Is this one? Is this another 200 megabytes I can delete? Wow, cool. Delete. Nobody's gonna miss that, that's for sure. 2 hours of a blue screen. That one's Metroid? What the hell is this one? Hell. You know what? It'd be easier to just play this. It'd be a lot easier. Is this what I think it is? Only one way to find out, right? Okay. Yeah, this would be easier. I'm just gonna make a playlist in fucking VLC and just let this play. Because this is the raw footage anyhow of and this is I don't even have to do anything. This is all work that was made like I said while I was at work. That's funny. Alright. Without further ado, here's some crap from the 90s. Everybody loves crap from the 90s, right? I mean, it's all about crap from the 90s. Well, maybe not all about crap. I mean, like, well, yeah, okay. The 90s were okay. I mean, yeah, Let me tell you, back in the 90s, why things were pretty wild and stuff. What can I say? I don't think OBS accepts this as a media source. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. I was gonna play it in VLC anyways. Yeah, man. That's what the goal was. Display capture this shit. Hey. Whoa. Whoa, OBS, don't crash on me. Oh, it did crash. Would you like this thing on? Is this thing on? Hello? Okay, that it looks like even though OBS crashed, it looks like the stream is still uninterrupted. That's pretty good. That's like when you're juggling and you drop everything, but yet somehow you still keep on juggling. That's nice. I'm proud of myself. Why, if I was more stressed, I just would have freaked out and gone, "Oh, great! The stream crashed! Oh, great!" But no, I'm just incapable of that kind of emotion right now. Trust me. All right. Now then, here's some stuff that you ought to probably not enjoy, and I don't know. I definitely don't enjoy it. So that's what's up.
Happy birthday! Hey, guys. It's a birthday party. It's a birthday party. You had to hire some people, friends. Yeah, right. I'm just walking by out there, and these guys invited me in for my party. This is Ann from Minneapolis. Oh, come on, yeah. Are you freaked out? Is it freaky?
Good work, John. He didn't know anything.
Psyched out.
Good work, John.
Come on, Rosie. Come on.
We did it.
Good job.
It is.
This is Alex. Welcome, Alex.
It really is.
Nice and slow because it's fragile and it might be explosive. What's up, Pops? Did you want to go out? Oh, your father's looking nervous.
Uh-oh. What is
Are you
it?
excited?
I had to flip it over, is that what?
Ah!
Okay.
That means no. Well, I hope we didn't break it.
Uh-oh.
Gee, it's gotta be better
It's
than
starting to
shock.
scare me.
Oh,
Hey.
I was on
Now
time.
you can say it.
It's fine. Let's see it.
It's his very
Let me see if I
own.
hold up to the camera.
Okay, now tip it up like this. Just
Up
like
this
this.
way.
Just like that.
Oh, look
Turn
at
towards the light a little
this.
bit. Yeah, there we go. Oh, that's the one. Whoops.
You're gonna match the face on the box.
Yeah.
It's like the...
Very regal.
That's so good.
Now you can.
Oh, that's
Thank
really
you.
great.
Now you can play.
You're welcome.
Now we can win all your money.
Would you take and This is what I beg of you. Don't take your love
Take some pictures with the pig.
Kiss the pig. Is this what they call hog heaven? Oh, yeah. That came sweet on you, Wade. Even though you feel like an amputee, but
I should have discussed that.
Did you win, Wolfie?
he's really upset about it.
No, it's just a.
Wolfie only half a minute.
Let's get it on tape now, Wolfie. I really want to hear the
But
real
I'm
quote.
also, Episcopalian if I'm anything. Jewish. Well, that was second and third and fourth grade. I was Episcopalian. I thought I was.
Your great grandmother was Episcopalian.
Well, that's what I was.
And I was christened Episcopalian.
Were you? I'm Episcopalian.
You're Episcopalian, Grace
I'm a
Perch
piss.
Cathedral.
You're just a pissa, you are. You're a pissa.
Piss.
Pissa. I always said you were a pissa.
Alright.
Is Nuri still
That's
here?
fine.
Margaret's moving to Maine.
What the hell?
Yes, what the
Close your
hell?
eyes. Can you bleeding to death? Where is she?
Bleeding to death, Margaret.
Where is she moving to?
Rockland.
Nuri really,
just
Nuria really does need to close her eyes because she is bleeding to death out of her eye.
Well, Margaret and her sister were drinking one night.
Oh, wait.
Also.
Oh, wait.
I'm like,
Oh, wait.
Good.
Did you like the email, White?
You got there.
yes.
Oh, yeah,
What'd you think?
Well, it was nice.
20 cents.
I don't know what to say about it.
You
'Cause
think-
I know you're just gonna watch this at home. And
Sophie,
I
did you
just
play?
didn't. You don't have to answer.
20 cents in?
Okay,
Wanna make a
sure.
bet first?
can we see the cards?
$1?
Well, good. It made you give you a warm glow
Okay,
inside.
I'm getting there.
That's what I'm asking, White. The warm glow. Did it go for that?
It gave me a warm. Yeah, no, I liked it.
You were.
Okay.
I thought it was good.
I'm not
It
asking
got-
for a specific
No,
response.
no. I liked it.
everybody
It gave me
enjoy
a warm
it?
glow. I purged from
That's what I meant.
desires of.
That's what I meant. That's
Yeah.
what I meant.
That's
Good. Yeah, thank
That's
you.
Parmesan.
I didn't care about anything else. I don't want the details. I wish I could show you one of my new dances.
Well,
It's really
somebody
7
do it with the camera.
cards. Stud, deuce,
Just go
Get
over
some of these
there.
cards.
Just go out in the desert, start dancing.
big jack.
What do I have?
10,
I
8,
couldn't tell.
7, 3,
You missed him. He picked up his cards.
Sorry.
Yeah, good
Just like
one.
my dad.
cards out, Walter.
Hey, hey.
Hey, he's not here.
Come on.
Check.
10 cents, everybody.
I don't even know what you have.
The camera knows it's 10
There's
cents.
my pen.
White, you look fabulous.
Thank you.
That mustache, dude.
I'll raise it.
Shut up, Matt. Come on. It's my mustache, it's my penis, so.
Erase it and eat.
I'm not cutting either of them off.
Oh,
Put
White.
your nickel in.
You're so
Yeah.
cute. Oh, nickel,
Raise
sorry.
a nickel. He raised a nickel.
Who raised
That
it?
was 10 cents. Terry raised a
White.
nickel.
This is
White
what
So
Chloe told me.
adorable.
I don't
I
even
can't
know.
believe that girl
Seven
doesn't
stud
know
deuces
how
wild.
amazing you
Okay,
are.
she's gonna be
Money in
watching
the
this
pot.
next week.
In his bedroom, he made me a flower.
I noticed.
A lily.
He's
And
done some
curled
really
the side.
Ring. 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 Ring.
Hello? Yeah.
I'm sleeping. Okay. Okay. Alright. Bye.
Okay, we're going. Sleeping. Okay, action. Bring. Bring. Bring.
Hello?
What are you doing, JC?
Sleeping.
Gosh, it's a little late, isn't it?
What time is it?
It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Do you know what day it is today?
Not really. Why?
It's Saturday, remember?
Remember what?
We got the big dance tonight.
Oh,
The
yeah.
party.
Oh, yeah.
You gonna be there?
Oh, no. I'm so sorry. I made different plans with somebody else tonight. I didn't realize it was Saturday.
Well, you're not gonna be there? You're gonna let me down again?
I don't know. Olive, I'm really tired. Can I call you later? And I didn't even talk to my other plans.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, I'm counting on you.
Okay. I'll talk to you later. I'm really tired.
All right.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Ring. 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 Ring.
Hello?
Casey, you up?
What time is it?
It's 1:30.
I never wake up before 3. It's kind of early to be calling me.
Well, I want to make sure you're at the party tonight.
I won't be able to make it to the party tonight.
What?
I made other plans.
Oh, no.
Are you sure the party is tonight? What's today?
Today is Saturday.
Oh gosh, how long have I been sleeping for?
2 days.
Oh my gosh. Well, look, I'm really tired. I'm gonna go back to sleep, okay? I'll call you later and maybe I'll go with you to the party, or I don't know. I'm real tired.
Okay, call me.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. Action. Ring. 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 Ring.
Hello? Yeah. No, what time is it? Oh. I might be going to the club tonight, but I don't think so. I'm really tired. Yeah. Well, how about I'll call you later if I decide to go. Okay. Alright. Bye.
Go.
how about you just tell me on the phone? The phone rings
Okay.
and put it down,
So I'll be shivering.
and you just tell what happened.
Okay. Hello? Hey. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Okay. Sure. Hey. Yeah. Ah! Can you hold on? I'm sorry.
Okay, go.
Yeah? Come in. Hey, Joe. What's up? What have you been up to? You been playing video games this entire time? Jeez. You really are crazy. Speaking of crazy, you should have seen last night. I really went crazy. I was having like for 3 days I didn't take my medicine, and I was like really feeling kind of depressed and bad, but I don't know, I just wasn't thinking about my medication at the time, so I wasn't thinking that that's why I was depressed, and I kind of flipped out last night on JJ and freaked him out, and I don't know, it was crazy. I was laughing laughing hysterically, and I couldn't stop laughing. Like, I was laughing so hard that I couldn't stop laughing. And I still feel like I'm going crazy every day. I think I'm going crazy. So, I don't know, I was thinking, I got a phone call earlier from Dana, and she said that she was going to go to the thing at the club, and I wanted to go, but I don't know if I want to go. I don't know. Do you want to go? Do you want to go with me? Okay, because I think it'd be fun, but I told her I didn't know if I wanted to go, but she wanted to go pretty bad, so I think we should go. It'll be fun, you know, we could dance, we can like go and get all dressed up crazy, and it'll be a lot of fun. I feel like dancing. I feel like just getting out and doing something. I'm tired of being home. I've just been sleeping and not doing much of anything. I'm tired of what's been going on the past week. I've not done anything fun, so I think we should do that. Want to? Okay.
You're talking to Joe.
Okay, we're on this.
Okay. So, last night, I don't know what happened. I was freaking out really bad. I didn't take my medicine for like 3 days, and I was just completely I felt like my head was going to explode. I started giggling, like hysterically, couldn't stop giggling, and I was just sort of like in a really weird mood. I wanted to laugh and didn't want to take anything seriously. I ashed my cigarette on JJ because I was bothering him, and he was trying to do his own thing on the computer, and I bugged him out, and I ashed my cigarette on him because he told me to leave him alone, and I got mad. I was just really acting weird last night. I don't know why. And for the past week, I've just been acting real weird. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. If it's drugs or if it's just me, if I'm really going crazy, or I don't know. I just don't know. But hopefully we can go out tonight and we can have fun. Because I got a phone call from Dana, and she said that she's going to the Velvet Tea Garden for the club, like Abysmal Haunted Palace. So we could get all dressed up and vinyl, or really do our makeup cool and go out. That'd be fun, huh?
So, what kind, did you take any drugs last night, or?
Yeah, no, wait. I just pretty much smoked pot. I just smoked a lot of pot last night. I didn't do any, when I was hanging out with John, I hung out with John last night, and he was doing like, I think he was doing heroin. I don't know what he was doing. I didn't do anything last night other than smoke pot. But the night before I was taking like so much Valium that today I'm like, ah. And this was a couple days ago I took the Valium. Do you remember?
What was your medication again that you take?
Paxil. I know I shouldn't be taking any kind of drugs when I'm taking Paxil. I'm also supposed to be taking my Depakote, but I stopped taking my Depakote because it was making me really fat. I've gained like 25 pounds since I started taking it. Once I quit taking it, I've lost like 6 of the pounds that I gained. So I don't want to take that, but I've been having seizures lately because I haven't been taking that, and I just need to start getting back on track of taking my medicine. JJ's just, I don't think JJ can handle taking care of me when first of all, I'm like manic and I'm freaking out and laughing, or, you know, just, I get outside the windowsill or do stupid stuff like that. But if I just get back on track of taking my medicines and stuff, then that won't happen. But I don't know, I never do the right thing. I always decide to do the stupidest thing.
So let's go to the party tonight.
Alright. Sounds good. I want to go. I think it'll be fun. I haven't done anything in a long time, so. What are you gonna wear?
I'll think of something. What are you gonna wear?
I don't know what I'm gonna wear. I got like a bunch of clothes from a thrift store the other day, and I think I want to wear, I have like this big skirt that flows out. I think I could wear that. It's like a big skirt, like something a girl would wear to the prom. I want to wear something like that. Or maybe I'll go kind of, I don't know if I want to be glamorous or kind of spooky looking tonight. I think more glamorous. I'll do my makeup with sparkles and stuff like that. That'd be fun. I don't know, it depends on how I feel later tonight, whether I'm in the mood to do lots of makeup or not. I don't know. So.
What time are we going?
It starts at, I think it starts at 1. It starts at 1 o'clock at night and it goes till 4 in the morning. It's really cool there. It's a nice thing to do. I mean, there's nothing for kids to do under 21 around here. So, yeah.
So how old were you when you first started taking medication? Or any drugs for that matter?
I started drugs when I was really young. Like, drugs as in like what people consider drugs. I started smoking when I was like 10. I started doing heavy like drugs when I was about 13. I actually did heroin and then marijuana for a long time, and then cocaine, and just exploring different things. But I've actually been on like medication, like as far as like medication goes from the doctor. I've been on medication since I can't even remember, like since I was 11. Like I took Paxil, I took Prozac, I took Zoloft, I took everything you could possibly think. Even anti-hallucins. They put me in the hospital and put me on anti-hallucins for whatever reason. I have no idea.
What diagnosis did they give you?
They told me that I was bipolar. Well, at first they told me that I was just I had major depression. But then they realized that they thought it was major depression because I would get so low, I would get so depressed, but they didn't really ever hear about when I got really high. Like literally like so happy I couldn't control laughing, I couldn't control like, I was just so happy for no reason. And it wasn't a good happiness. It was a bad happiness. It was like almost like a drug happiness, like how you feel when you do drugs, you think you're happy but you're not. And then once they discovered that I had these mood swings, you know, from being really depressed to really happy, and then they realized that I was probably manic depression. It was probably manic depression. And then they diagnosed me bipolar. And my family like told them like stories that I wouldn't think were weird at the time, but now that I realize them, they were. Like the things I would do. Like I'd literally like sit like a little crazy person in a corner, like holding my head and tearing at my hair, rocking myself back and forth, like singing. And I was like, I remember doing it like it was a tantrum to me. I just kind of threw a tantrum, but to them they were like, oh, she's, there's something wrong with her. I don't know. I don't know whether I'm crazy or I just think I'm crazy. I think if you think you're crazy for long, you'll go crazy. And I think that's what's happening to me. Because if you really focus on being, like, you really think and people and other people tell you that you're crazy, you really think that you're crazy. So, I need to be around people like you, Joe. Because you don't make me feel crazy. But we do go crazy. But we don't think we're crazy. We just go crazy having fun. So, but we will go tonight and we'll have lots of fun. It'll be nice. Dana will be happy that we went. And we'll dance our asses off.
So what's up with the seizures?
Don't worry, I won't have a seizure tonight. I just get, I don't even know when I'm going to have them, but I know that one thing that helps them is if I have juice, if I drink a bunch of juice. So if you even sense that I might be having a seizure, just give me a juice and I'll calm down. If you just talk to me. Usually I have seizures in my mania, like if I'm doing something that makes me feel uncomfortable or reminds me of something in my past, Even sometimes I'll be, like the last time I went to the Velvet Tea Garden last week, I went there and I actually danced with this guy, and I have no idea why I danced with him, because even from a distance, I noticed him, and I thought that he reminded me of like the molester type. I know it sounds stupid, but he seemed like he was like a molester from a distance, like he'd be like a little molester of some kind. But he came over and he asked me if I wanted to dance, and I said yeah. And it's kind of stupid because no one's ever asked me to dance. And the way that we dance and the music that we're dancing to, it's like dark wave or industrial. You know what I mean? You can't really dance like couple dance, but I danced with him, and later I was like, why did I dance with him? Like, I thought he was like a sick guy. Then I actually realized that I just think that because of my past. I don't trust anyone. I think everyone's a molester. And that's just sort of how I look at things. I don't trust anybody. I trust you, but I don't trust anyone else unless I build a real friendship with them, a real relationship with them. I don't trust them. But tonight I won't dance. If I see him, I'll be like, oh, molester. I won't dance with him. Hopefully he won't be there. I won't have a seizure, though. Don't even worry about it.
Cut.
I'm saying that. But I guess we can go by ourselves.
Yeah,
to Hydra. But I mean, I do have to. Do you guys want to go to Hydra right now? Do you want to do that now?
It'd be good if you had a friend with you. He can do that a little bit later. Her doing some makeup and stuff, putting on the makeup now.
Okay.
Like how I would when I during the day I do anyways.
Yeah.
But when I go out at night,
it's
even like I do jewels and I do glitter and I do eyeshadow, like wow, a lot.
Yeah, well, it's nice to come home to a clean house. Man, Casey?
Yeah.
Did he vomit in that garbage can again?
Yes.
Jesus Christ almighty.
And he gets the bong and takes the big hit and then goes because he took too big of a hit and he can't breathe and it just like, I don't.
Poor little guy. That sucks.
Dude, I need to get my wig.
Asthma. Bummer. I still think that, Wendy, before she has her makeup on, would you just be sitting on the couch, playing with her hamster? What's the hamster's name?
Louie.
It's so cute. Aww. Okay, so just tell us about your hamster, like when you got him, and wait, hold on. Do like a little story about your hamster and what he means to you and why you got hamsters. Any other pets you might like?
Okay. Well, when we moved in here, we weren't allowed to have like a cat or a little dog or anything, because I have my own little dog. It's a Pomeranian, but we weren't allowed to have any like animals, like pets, But they said we could have hamsters or fish or birds, so I decided to get a little hamster. My friend's hamsters had like 12 little babies, and he was one of them, and so I picked him out and brought him home in like a little Tupperware container. But I like him because I can't ever be alone, I have him. If I get really bored, I'll just bring him out and just let him run around. I let him run around on the floor. He can go wherever he wants, He doesn't ever go out of the house, and he always goes back to his cage. He's really tame. He's really nice. Doesn't bite or anything. He likes to sleep a lot. One time I found him in my bed, sleeping, when he was loose. He'll just like look. He'll look for like a place to go, like behind me.
Casey, I hope there was nothing in the box that was sitting there. That was garbage.
Mhm.
Good. Yeah.
So now
That like trash can
Check
garbage.
out your magazine.
My perverted ones.
Yeah, your little one.
My little perverted bondage fairy book. These are they're really cute. I love fairies. I love them. And these I thought when I saw them that they were cute. And I knew they were for adults only. I thought it was just because there was nudity. But then I found out that they're really perverted. And these little fairies run around trying to save insects. And then they end up getting involved with the insects sexually. It's really funny. They're like having sex with praying mantises or lizards or spiders or like flies, all kinds of really weird stuff. I'm gonna start collecting them, and I get them from Hydra, where we're gonna be going today. So, and they have like lots of really neat ones. They're kind of expensive because they're like imported from like Japan, so they're expensive. So, but I do want to start collecting them, even though they're pretty interesting, and I'd be kind of embarrassed if my mom saw them. You know Louis Anderson, that little fat boy that's like on a cartoon? I named him after him because he was all fat when we got him. He was like this big fat ball. So I named him Louis, as in Louis Anderson. And I think he would look like Louis Anderson if he was a person. But he's a good little hamster. I like him a lot. Louis. Oh. His hairs are all sticking out. Louis. He looks so cute when he cleans himself. When he's like cleaning his face, he looks so cute. I wish he would do it. Usually he does it if you like touch him a lot because he wants your germs off of you. To get the germs off of you.
Or not off of you. Off of him. Your germs off of him. When he used to get out of his cage, I used to find him in our bedroom, like under a nightstand, sleeping. And I made a nightstand out of like milk cartons, like milk crates, and put 2 milk crates up and then put a satin like sheet over it. And he would take like, I found all kinds of like, he'd pick up like Fruity Pebbles off the kitchen floor, or cornflakes or Rice Krispies, or like a piece of cookie or anything that was laying in the kitchen, or a carrot or something, a scrap. And I found like this pile of all our kitchen scraps that he puts in the corner over there and saves for when he decides to get out of his cage, to break out. I've got a tumor that's moving.
Oh, yeah, when I was in Madison, we went 3 flights of stairs.
Little
to our
baby.
apartment.
Yeah. Smell a cigarette.
Yeah, but we can't smoke in here. We can't smoke in here. I'm serious. She has really bad asthma. You're gonna open the door. It's not gonna make a difference to her.
All right, just for 1 minute. Just sit there like that. And you talk, Casey.
I get that.
You talk like you're telling him.
Like I'm telling him what?
Like you're telling him what you were telling him. Party and stuff you did.
Okay,
But
Chuck. Here's what I need you to do.
What?
Are you gonna be okay to be on film?
You spoke to a second ago. Give me a second.
Okay, I'll give you a second.
Well, if you've never been out for about 3 or 4 days, and you just not.
Well, it's your fault. You know what happens when you do drugs. That you're gonna stay up and you're not gonna be able to sleep.
Well, that's what we call tweak, isn't it?
Well, then don't sit here and complain to me.
Yeah, no, we can't.
Now we're all like fighting on camera.
Damn, it bit me.
It bit you?
Yeah,
No way.
Let's all show her how we really are.
You goddamn bitch! You never understand me! Never understand me!
Okay, he's getting.
Fuck you!
I'm gonna put him back. He's getting panic.
You're dramatic. Yeah, go ahead. I don't know why he. I do not know why he bit you.
They do have teeth.
Okay, Joe,
it's
look.
a love bite.
Look,
Look at it that way.
all we need you to do is sit there and listen to me, just like you normally would listen.
Like that.
Like you are right now. Just look at me and listen.
Okay, but you gotta keep talking so he's interested. Otherwise, he's gonna space out.
I don't know.
Just keep talking.
I'm sorry, I don't really know. I had been for 3 days and I got a little sleep and spoke now.
Alright.
I don't know.
I know. Just don't talk. Just don't talk. Just don't talk.
Just sit there and look like you're listening.
Like that. Just sit there and don't talk and just stay like that. Just for
On one
like.
condition.
Just for like a minute. Not even.
On one condition.
Yeah.
Involves me smoking a cigarette. By the door there. What is that?
No. No. You're not doing a very good job of participating.
Okay, good. He's doing great. You talk to him.
Cigarette, because I haven't had a cigarette in I don't know how long.
We'll just sit there for a while. If you're good and you do a good job, I'll give you a cigarette as a reward. Just sit there and look at me like you're listening to me. And don't cover your face. And I'm gonna just woke you up, but you just have to sit and listen to me. Now do I have to tell the story?
Yeah, go ahead, yeah.
What day is today?
Ugh. I don't know. Saturday. I have to tell the whole entire story.
No, you don't. Just for like, just for part of it. Just like 30 seconds and we can stop. We can then go back to the sleeping.
Are we gonna go to the Velvet Tea Garden tonight? Do you wanna go to it? It'd be fun.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Okay. Because Dana called me and she wanted to know if we wanted to go, and I told her I wasn't sure, so I thought I'd ask you because I feel like going. Do you?
Sure.
I feel like going and dancing and.
I saw see Dana. We should give me a cigarette.
Yeah.
I ran out of tobacco sometime yesterday. I'm sorry, has anyone ever been tweaking for 2 or 3 days and I ran out of tobacco? I'm sorry, so, you know, I ran out of tobacco sometime a couple hours ago. I don't really remember what I also remember was I was playing a video game, and I was asleep, and then I'm the hamster, Casey, and I'm here, so. I just started to, I don't know how long this what happened, so I just started dozing off for the first time, like, I don't know, for days.
That's good. That's good.
See if you would go to Hydro with me. What? It's true, you're gonna do it. Let's do it.
How's your wound down?
You can go back to sleep now. Okay, go back to your apartment and go back to sleep and we won't bother you. Now you're awake, huh? Now you're awake.
You already woke me up, good time.
Well, we were gonna go to Hydra. Do you want to? Yeah?
Well, that tattoo dude who sent the tattoo on video or something, I was gonna do that. Does he want to do another one? Dude, you guys want to advertise a whole back tattoo or something? Like full body tattoo, dude?
I think so.
Have you ever seen that poster? That's just a picture of.
Why don't you understand that you can't smoke it here? It bothers everybody. Okay, I'll give you one if you go. I'll give you one if you go out of here and smoke. You can't smoke it here because it bothers them.
Who's gonna know
What?
Who's gonna know
Going home?
Hey, Joe.
Oh my god, I'm so embarrassed, you guys.
It's okay.
He is so on drugs.
Hey, Joe.
He needs to go with it.
Joe!
His mother would have a
Here he comes.
Knock on the door. Come in. Come in.
Hey.
Hi, kids.
Au revoir.
Thank you.
Nope, you can't smoke it in here, remember? Go home now. And you can go smoke it at your house.
Bye.
No.
Hey, you don't want to get some weekend social on camera?
No, I don't need that.
Hey, you do. Alright.
No.
Alright. Should we put the matches?
You can't smoke.
No, I mean, do you have to book a mattress?
No, not offhand. I don't know.
Or like a lighter? What are you doing today?
I have no idea. After we're done here, are you guys gonna?
I gotta
soon,
leave.
or-
I'm leaving in about 20 minutes. I
Are
don't
you
know if
leaving
that's-
as well?
That's following me around all night.
All day? All day?
I don't know.
For the entire day? Oh my god. You can't smoke it anymore.
I'm just smoking it. What you doing? You want to do then that one?
What?
I said, what are you gonna do then? What are you gonna do?
I have no idea. I guess I'm gonna be on film all day. I am kind of hungry. I was thinking about going to
Do you know
Fresh.
Anna?
Yeah.
Last night they were all out of it, but I was talking to John and Anna and probably lawyers, so I don't remember because she was most sick. But I don't know when they're gonna wake up, so they're probably still asleep because John's been about, I don't know, like 5 or 6 days, so they're probably all still asleep. Maybe when they wake up, if they wake up sometime, see if we want to go to the Velvet Tea Garden for any of my $2.
Okay.
And later, I will give you a great hour of watching me consume your Pakistan video, okay? Ah! It's going down. Look at that look.
Okay, see you later.
Bye, thanks.
Well, like, I don't know what else going on, so it's just kind of, did you take your hamster? Yeah, I'll do another day.
Look what came in the mail.
Oh, thank you, sweetie. I don't know.
Along with the electric bill and the phone bill.
Woohoo! And I really take this sucker.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe I'm going up.
No, you
But-
thought I was talking shit about you under my breath.
And you were, and you admitted to that.
Okay.
You said that you.
Okay, whatever, you're crazy, you're crack, or like, whatever. Yeah,
Don't fucking call me that. Don't call me that, Joe. I feel like fucking kicking your ass right now. You piss me off so
Whatever.
bad.
I
Joe.
don't care about arguing anymore.
You
I'm
were
just
being
gonna
so.
stop now.
You remember what we talked about you being a fucking junkie? You are. I'm not kidding. You're a fucking junkie. Complete and utterly. I figured it out. Look at you. I may be holding the bottle, but you're the one that's
Where the hell that might come from?
I think he's filming us.
My friends have seen the one come over and like,
Okay,
have
hold
a
on.
few drinks
Mom's
or
on
some
the phone.
weed that I could buy. Then why the hell shouldn't I just go
Mom's
get
on the
some
phone.
stuff for myself and then go have fun for my own time? And who are you talking
Our
to?
mom's
Talking
on
to
the
me?
phone.
Oh shit.
How do you keep move that stuff out of the way? So it's off the camera.
Yeah, cigarettes. I'm not trying to like be rude to him, but I care about him. You can already tell he's going like a little brain dead.
Yeah.
You can. He's like,
Are you talking shit?
what?
Are you talking about me?
Yeah?
Okay.
Nothing that you haven't already heard.
Okay, then you just want to like wait until later and then talk about it. As in like talking about me on in the room and something or something.
You'd rather me talk behind your
I don't
back.
want people talking. No, I just understand. I don't want people talking under their breath.
I'm not talking under my breath. I'm talking loud enough that you can hear it when I'm from.
Hello? Can you come over?
I'm a computer. My existence in reality is completely foreign to me. The only place I feel comfortable is in the virtual realm. So to escape from reality, I occasionally do things that some people would say are bad. I won't say what. But this is what's going on at my place tonight.
Cool, so now I have a bed and we have a couch. Is that on? Is that on?
Yes.
How was it going?
I'm pretty long line. Whatever. What?
One close friend of mine went to jail for almost 2 years for saying shit like that on the phone. So I'm really afraid not to get it.
I feel like I'm not even in reality because you make no sense to me whatsoever.
Why don't it make sense to you?
Because you're just still. But maybe if you didn't do drugs, then you wouldn't have to be afraid of what's gonna happen. We were always like, I can't do anything.
Huh?
See, you don't even know what you're talking. You don't even understand what I'm saying. Do you understand what I'm saying?
No, you said,
I
maybe if
crazy?
I don't do drugs, then I wouldn't be afraid of.
Getting caught. If you don't do anything bad, what do you have to be afraid
Oh,
of?
is that? I wasn't sure what you were referring to. Yeah, that's a good point. And if I didn't smoke cigarettes in my room, then I would be paranoid that my dad would see me.
That's what you always say every day. I just came over to visit, and then we always end up fighting every day, like for the
I'll
past.
come over today.
Huh?
No, it's just last night.
Like last night.
Last night, I came over, I figured
And I was
see what
watching
you're doing.
TV, and you got all mad at me.
No, I figured I'd try to cheer you up. And I didn't get all mad at you, would be sure. Do you remember what we said last night?
Yes? I said you were a junkie.
Huh?
Do you remember how you were acting last night?
Of course, you were making me feel you kept on telling me stuff and shit like you don't even know how you're acting. You're not conscious of what you're doing now. Well, now I was really perfectly conscious of what I was doing.
Let me tell you something. Last night, you were so flipped out that you didn't even...
I wasn't flipped out.
Yes, you were. I was trying to watch TV. You came over. It was like fucking 3 in the morning or something. And you come over here, and you're like, like jabbing. You can't stop talking. And I'm like, you know, trying to get you to realize that I'm trying to watch TV. And you just, like, what did you even want to talk about? I have no idea. You were just, like, talking to me.
Well, that night, the only thing I came over there for that night is I was already hanging over. I had people over in my room that day, and I was hanging over at John's. I was hanging over at Anthony's, and then like I slept at John's house, and they all went to sleep and stuff, and I was bored. So I was thinking, hey, it's like 3 o'clock in the morning, and you usually stay up late. So I was thinking like maybe if you were over, if you were sitting there like by yourself or something, maybe I'll just come over and say hi or something. But I just figured I'll just stop in and say hello. And then you started going off on me. Actually, like today, me and Gene had a soul time with he was pretty good. JJ likes chocolate milk and all that stuff, so, you know, that was Gene's time. You already know that, so Gene wanted to come over. So I just figured I would come over here and say hello.
So why did Gene give us that food?
Huh?
Why did he give us the food and the milk?
Because he wants
He just wanted to be stoned. Actually, he has
That's
Actually,
that's so sad. That's like our friendships. All of our friendships are like our friends are our friends
it's not-
because they can come
You
over.
understand?
and get high.
It's not because he was like Jones so bad or like me so bad. It's because we already have like a ton of food in the refrigerator, and because my mom bought me so much food, and he got his food stamps in, he got food, so we had some extra food. Plus, we were also talking about it, and we knew that you guys, like at least the other day, you guys don't have too much food, so we thought that maybe you could use some food. And Gene was just thinking that maybe you guys would get stoned once or twice. So he decided to come over here and do that. And I decided to come over here and say who. And he started going off on me. I'm sitting here watching the video, enjoying myself. And all of a sudden, you're like, what did you say? I'm like, what? Yeah, oh, you're saying everything that you don't know. It's such a big deal over nothing. And I'm like, what? And it's, you keep on doing that, really.
What?
Just when you're around me. Like,
Just what?
Well, supposedly we're good friends and shit. Just like, allow me to leave. And then for you're around me, like, we'd be fun for a little while, and you'll start doing something like that.
I know,
I'll just
Joe.
be sitting there having a good time, not doing anything.
We're all like quiet, very shy. We're just like, and now you're like like you're obnoxious, and you're just like you're doing all these drugs, and you're like, and you mumble. And
So you seem to think I've changed since the time
oh,
we first met.
Definitely. Wouldn't you
No,
say
you just,
so?
I've never changed.
Wouldn't you
You've
say
got to
so,
know
honey?
me. You never knew me at the fine line with my friends. You never know me around Richard and
Yes, I've seen you around Richard. That's who I saw you with, Richard and Jason.
I mean, when like I used to go to over his house all the time. So if you'd never seen it, like before we knew each other like that, you never saw me around with people and stuff.
Okay.
The only time you ever saw me was like at the club. So what are you basically saying? That you were my friend, now you don't want to be my friend because you find things about my life that you don't like?
No,
so,
because you're constantly doing stupid things. And I'm acting like if I'm your mom or something and I'm watching you. And it doesn't mean that I don't like you or even that we're still best friends. But it just means that it's like you make me so mad because I watch you and you don't listen to me. Who cares if I don't want you to do drugs or whatever? And I'm watching you like do all these drugs and I'm just like, oh my god.
well,
I'm just watching you
You've never really said
make
anything.
your life. Like, I know it's stupid. I'm only a year older than you, but
I'm saying you're acting like
you act so much
you're acting like I'm a junkie and shooting up heroin every day and like selling my CDs for
no,
shit.
it doesn't have to go that far before you need to stop it. You know? You shouldn't let it get to that point. You should stop it before it ever has to be to that point. And I see it getting there.
Why?
Because you've been doing drugs every day. Every day I've seen you, you're either like spun, like you're like, and you can't stop talking, or you're just like you were today. Every day for the last like couple weeks. At least for a week, I know every single day.
Okay,
And
number one.
I am not
okay,
saying
number
that I
one.
haven't done
This
anything
morning,
because-
I had about 2 hours of sleep, and you woke me up and dragged me over.
Yeah,
here.
but
so
why
that's
were
not
you-
my fault. Huh?
But why were you asleep? Because
Because I was tired.
no, because you were spun out and you were awake for a couple of days without sleep.
I want you fine.
The point is, it all goes back to your drug use, and that's why I get mad at you, is because I watch you do all these stupid drugs. And then I do them too because I'm with you. When you're with, we were best friends, Joe. We were really close, remember?
So we're not close anymore.
No, we're not like we were. Because then you came and you stayed here for a while, then we asked you to leave and then you said that you were confused with what we were saying, and then you didn't leave, and then you stayed and stayed and stayed. We were close before, but
No, you
now
never
we're
really
not.
asked me to leave. I mean, like you would, like say, actually I would say like I'm gonna leave tomorrow or something, and then you the next
No,
morning
we would
you
talk
would say,
to you
then
about.
would say,
We would talk to you about it, and you would be like,
the next morning you would say like, oh yeah, I don't want you to leave today. So I'd be like, okay, whatever.
you'd be like, I'm gonna leave, and you'd be all upset, and I'd be like, no,
No, you
I'll
don't.
stay
I
a
wasn't
little
upset.
while.
I'm just saying that I'm leaving.
Yes, you were. No, you were. You're like, well, I'm gonna leave, I guess. And I was like, well, stay for a little while longer, like at least today. And then you ended up staying, like saying that your mom couldn't get you.
Today, what do you mean?
In the past. In the
Oh, what?
past, when you were staying here.
That's because my mom couldn't get. What was I supposed to do?
Nothing. I'm just saying that we were
Are you
close
saying
before
that?
an hour.
Are you saying that I should have left and just lived on the street until Monday or Tuesday, Sunday or whatever when my mom wasn't working and could take me home?
I don't know, Joe.
I'm just like, what are you trying to say here?
You just really annoy me. You've been annoying me a lot lately.
Like what?
Everything.
Like
Every time I see
breathing,
you.
like speaking,
The way you're acting, the way you don't, your personality is just like, duh, and you're not like, unless one of us tells you that you stink really bad or you realize that you stink, you don't take a shower. You know what I mean? You like let yourself go, like you just don't care about yourself, and I see that, and I don't think it's good. And in the only way that I know to try to get you to realize that you're fucking up your life is that you are starting on a really bad track. You are.
Oh.
And I'm trying. That's why I
Oh,
guess
well,
it's like tough love. I'm just trying to be rude to get
see,
you to stop.
I'm just trying to
to
say
think.
that you don't understand. What I'm trying to say is.
Well, you told me that the reason why you've done all these drugs is because you just moved into the building and you want to get to know everybody. That doesn't mean you have to do like all these drugs you've been doing.
Might
That
say
doesn't mean that you have to fucking be like all like spun out of your skull. That doesn't, you know, you don't have to do that just because you moved into a new place. You know?
I know I don't have to.
But why did you? Because you can't tell me that you didn't like it. Because if you didn't like that, oh my God, when you did the drugs over their house, you were like giddy. You were like, oh my God, it feels so good. And I was just like, great, that's just
what I did,
great.
like, once or twice
They brought it back to
a
him
long time
after
ago.
he hasn't done it in a while. Now he likes it again.
You act like I was
And what
addicted.
happened? You bought some. You bought some because you liked it a lot.
Yeah, $10 worth.
So?
Which, normally.
Do you realize how much you're killing yourself, your brain? You're just like frying your brain. You are. You're frying your brain. And I can tell. I can tell that you're like a little not all there. I can tell.
And you didn't know that before. You're saying before you knew me. You know what I used to do before you knew me?
Yes. I know you're a permafry.
No, I used
But
to do
you're
a lot
just
more than that,
worsening
too.
it. You're just worsening like everything. And I told you before, okay? What did I say? We started like our friendship started going downhill. That's when I told you. I was like, Joe, I think you should go. Because, you know, if we're going to be friends, you shouldn't live with your best friend. Because you find the worst stuff out about him. You end up not liking him anymore. And I'm not saying that I don't not like you anymore. But, you know, it's just that...
No, but then I'll get confused.
Now you live in the same building,
No.
and it's... You literally still live with us. Literally, because... Well, not literally, because you actually live in a different... Like you actually live, like... however
So
many
now
feet
I'm
away
just
from
even
us down the
getting near you
hallway.
friends with you.
But now I still see you every day. Like I didn't want to. That's why I asked you to leave. You're still here every day.
So you don't want to see me?
No, I just think it's good. You know, I've always noticed that when you don't see someone for a long time, when you finally do, it's more special. It's more of a, you know, it's just like your brother and sister. Like now when I see my sister, I'm like, oh my gosh, I get excited about it. Before we lived together, it's not a big deal. We hated each other. We'd fight about everything. But now we love each other because we're like, haven't seen each other in a long time, you know what I mean? And you're constantly being here. It's like, God, you grow on me like mold. Like you constantly are like, oh, what are you doing? Da, 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 da. You know? And then when I do want you to be around, then drugs like keep you away from me. Because your friend, you have other people that might be doing drugs or something. That's what I think. I think that...
That's how you see it, but...
Last night you totally blew me off because you wanted to go over there because you probably wanted drugs. In the hallway. I was like, oh, hi, Joe.
You don't understand completely until you did not understand, okay?
Fine. Whatever. You always say that I don't understand, but you can't tell me anything that will make me understand. Because it's not making sense.
What happened last night was, when I moved in here, I got to know John, and me and John get along really, really well. And then it seems like we've known each other a long time. And it seemed like we could be good friends and stuff. And
wait,
he came.
Don't you realize that at your age?
Will you just let me finish?
Well, no. Let me just tell you something.
Me and...
I'm not, but I'm just giving you my advice to you. You don't want me to talk. You don't want me to talk. You just want to say everything. Go ahead then.
Every time I try to explain something, you always interrupt with your advice about stuff.
Why do you think I do that?
Why is the door open? I'm just wondering.
Smoke?
Huh?
All the smoke's gone now, so it can be closed.
Oh.
That adds real continuity. Right?
Is that it?
Well, why aren't you talking?
What do you want to say?
Well, you're the one that didn't want me to interrupt you, so go ahead. What were you saying?
I don't know what do you want me to tell you about?
The whole reason why I'm mad at you is just because I care about you, and I see you like doing really stupid stuff, and I can't keep you from doing it. That's all I have to say.
My perspective is...
If you don't...
I don't know what... I'm not sure what your... what some of your perspective is. As just from my perspective, I know what I'm doing with my life, and I know like things is going on, and I have to know things. I know things I've done, and like I know what I'm doing, and just from my perspective, is I've always been pretty much the same and stuff. It's not about drugs or anything. I'm just like the kind of person I am, with the way I act and stuff. I've always been the same, and all of a sudden. You start like saying like, oh yeah, your personality completely changed and stuff, and what it is my personality didn't completely change. This is the way I am. You got to know me is what it is.
Well, then you put on a really dramatically
I'm not talking about the drugs.
When I met you, then you put on a totally different act for at least a week.
I wasn't putting on an act.
Yes, you were. Because that wasn't, you were so different now.
You think I intentionally act different at different times?
Yeah, I do. I do. I would say you do, because you were totally different than you are right now. You're completely like a different person. And it wasn't like the nightclub scene that you were putting in an act, that everybody puts on. It wasn't even that. It was...
Like how?
Even after that, even when we hung out for like a week after that, you acted all shy and quiet still, but then now you're just like blah, and you're like this junkie, and I didn't know that you were like that. And you're always like, you want to do drugs, you want to do this, you want to do that, and I'm just like, why? If you were really my friend, then you wouldn't have offered anything to me. You wouldn't have tried to even bring anything over here or buy anything,
Well, the way I see it, that's the only thing that's like, the only thing you've ever said about it is that, like, you smoked weed. I feel like you used to smoke weed, and I said that I smoked weed and wanted to know if you wanted to smoke some with me and stuff. And
So now I smoke weed, and then you brought cocaine over. And wanted to know if I want to do some cocaine with you. And then, you know, it was just new
no,
things all the time.
I asked you.
You've asked me if I wanted to do crystal.
When I've had other drugs, I've asked you just your feelings about other drugs and like if you do anything else. I didn't say like here's a line, go do it. I asked you what you feel about it.
I just think that, like, at my age and your age, the people that we are around are, like, a lot of a reflection of how we're going to be. And if we hang around constantly with people that bring us down or that don't do anything for themselves, then we're not going to be anyone, you know? Who are we
You're
going to
saying I
be?
depress you and
Well, you don't bring the best out of me, definitely not. Because you're always doing drugs. And then that doesn't really do very good for me, you know what I mean? That's not like doing anything good for me. It's not good to be around people that do drugs because it ends up that you're gonna do drugs. And you hang out with everybody that does drugs. And now I'm your friend, so I'm hanging out with everybody that does drugs, and everybody wants to do drugs here. And it's just stupid, and I'm so tired of it.
don't do it.
Well, if you're gonna be doing it, and I don't even want to know if you're doing drugs. Like, don't even tell me. I don't even want to be involved in anything with that. If we want to be friends.
The way I feel it.
And don't ever come over here all strung out and want to just talk my ear off. And don't ever just come over here just to get high, because that's not what friends are for. If you want to come over and hang out with your friend, then that's one
Is that actually what you think I do?
Yeah, a lot of times I do. I do. Does that surprise you or something? Like every day you ask me if I can give you a little weed. If I can just give you a little weed. And I'm like,
I still can't get a job until Monday.
You say that. You've been saying that for months. I'm gonna go get a job tomorrow. No, I'm gonna get a job Monday or... Actually, I should try Tuesday.
See, the way I feel is I know what I do in my life. I know how my life goes. I know how to take care of my own life. And...
Fine, but you're not...
I know stuff like sometimes I know sometimes I've said stuff and like I didn't really want to do it and like I'm gonna put it off or whatever. But when all I know about this whole situation is I met you guys and I met like Gene and stuff. Gene moved here. I found out he said he needed a roommate. And at that point, I really wanted to not live at home anymore, so I asked if I could be his roommate. And since I never told you this, my feelings about it, my exact feelings about it, and I don't really care if you believe me or if you think I'm lying or if you think something else or whatever, but this is exactly how it is in my life, I'm not just doing drugs all the time and like every single day and every week, and it's the only thing I think about. Well, cigarettes maybe, but see, in the way even before I met you, is I used to do a lot of stuff. I used to do a whole lot of stuff. I used to do more stuff than I even told you about because I didn't want to tell you about stuff. But I figured there's like a few things. I moved in here. I had some money. I was thinking, okay, these are good times. You know, I have a life now. I have friends.
What gave you a life?
Huh?
What do you mean you have a life? You don't think you have
You know
a
what
life
I did?
before?
Do you know what I used to do? I used to
Yeah?
sit home and around all the time. And once a week go to the Fine Line. The Fine Line was my life. completely forget. So,
And now what do you do? You sit around and do drugs. And that's a life. The fine line is a life. I think that you're stupid. Sorry. I really do. I think you're so stupid. Like, I'm watching you and I'm just like, you're pathetic. And that's why I don't like being around you anymore. Because you just drive me crazy. I'm like, you drive me crazy because you don't.
so you want to judge me and don't like what I do in my life, so you don't like me.
No, that's not true at all. That's not true at all. How do you even see that? I'm just saying that, I told you last night I wasn't doing or saying anything to hurt your feelings. I wasn't trying to hurt your feelings. I was trying to make you realize that what you're doing is just stupid. And I'm trying to give you guidance to do something better. Because I'm trying to not do it.
I know, but you see last night,
You
the
know?
reason what gets me upset is I know what you do and what you don't do and shit. I know you don't smoke weed. I don't want to bring that stuff around you. And last night, I figured I was bored, I would come over and visit. I wasn't thinking, oh my god, I'm going to tempt her for drugs or something. I thought I would say hello to my friend. And if you really want to know what happened last night, is John came over to my house. He was all messed up. I didn't know what he was on. I thought he was really drunk. He was stumbling around and stuff. He was having trouble standing. And he said he was going to go over to here and ask for some condoms or something. So I was just like, okay, whatever. I was like, what are you doing? And he was like, oh, I'm just going to go back to my place and stuff. So then he walked out the door, so I sat there for a minute. And I thought about it, and I was like, he's just like all fucked up, and I like the guy, so I said, I'll just come over and make sure everything's okay and stuff. So I come over here and just talking to you guys at the door. And I figured the door was mostly closed. And you're like, oh, hi Joe, and stuff, here you can come over. And I was like, yeah, I want to come over and stuff. And John started
You did not say that.
I don't know.
You blew me off. You were like, John and you were like, together. Like, John likes you so much because you're just this young kid that he can introduce all these drugs to. That's the only reason he likes you. Yes, it is. I've known John, believe it or not, for 2 years. We've known each other for 2 years. On and off, we've seen each other, but the whole time we've known each other. Known of each other and hung out. And the only reason that thinks you're real cool is because, look, you're a young kid. You want to try all these drugs, and hey, he's the one to go to. He's the one to hang out with. I'm sorry to say it, but it's true. That's how I felt.
I don't know, I just met him, so whatever.
But I'm just trying to help you, and you just don't, you don't seem to want my help, so I'm just going to stop giving it to you, but I'm not going to continue being annoyed by you and being, just...
See, you don't understand, from my perspective, the way it is this whole time stuff, the way I see it, is I'll just come up, I'll be sitting here or whatever, I'm thinking, okay, you're my friend, you're a good friend of mine, we'll just be sitting there and talking or whatever, doing, it doesn't matter what, and I'll start arguing with me and stuff, and say this, and I'll just say stuff like that, and I'm starting thinking, what did I do? It's just not when we had the argument, I was just sitting here.
I don't even want to talk about it anymore. I don't want to talk about it. It's stupid. We're just talking about this. We're just going around in a circle. It's stupid.
So now we shouldn't talk about things unless you just go.
No, we're going around in a circle.
Yes, we do.
We're not getting anything accomplished. All I was trying to accomplish was trying to get you to think a little bit more before you keep doing these drugs. Because every time you do them, you're just more and more killing your brain cells, and it's very obvious. And that was all, and I wasn't trying to be rude about it, but you know that I'm just an upfront person. that I'll just tell you.
The way, first of all, the way it started seeming to me is that you start thinking that I was a bad person and that I was, like, you didn't want to be around me, and that started making me feel bad and shit. And that's how that made me feel. And as far as drugs go, as far as my life goes, and this is all stuff that I haven't talked to anyone about, and this is all stuff from my own head, just because I never thought it was relevant, but just because the situation brought it up.
See, what you're saying right now is just rubbish to me.
I'm explaining.
I don't want you to explain anything. Because
What do you want me to do?
I'm not even
You want me to go
understanding.
away and...
No, I just want you to go away. Yeah, go away, and when you
Go away
can...
and never come back and never talk to you and just don't be with me.
No, I didn't say that. You said that. Is that what you want? Because you're the one that said it. Well, all I'm saying is that maybe you should go away and when you're not, you know, strung out, and when you're up for visiting your friend, then come over here. But don't bring drugs or don't be on drugs when you come over here. Because I don't like seeing it. It just brings me down. It makes me really negative. And it's not fun. And friends are supposed to have fun together.
Well, first of all, just that stuff. There's with a lot of stuff. I know how you feel about it, and I've tried to take it away from you, but then you'll start digging at. You'll ask me, like, I'll like go over to somebody's house or whatever, and then you push it. You like ask me, like, okay, what was I doing over there? And I was like, oh, nothing. I was just saying, and you keep on pushing it.
I know I asked
until
you
you
what
make
you're
me tell
doing
you.
when you go over
Until
there.
you make me tell you.
Because
about
they have a druggy house. It's full of drugs. Of course I'm going to ask you what you were doing, especially if you're acting even the least bit strange. I'm going to assume that you're on drugs and who knows what. You know? That's why I asked. You think I'm just getting on your case. That's your immaturity. Because if you really knew, then you would know that I'm only asking just because I care about you.
I know that's why you're saying that. It's just the way that you make it sound.
Well, I'm sorry if the tone I use or the way I say it or the word I choose to use when I told you that
it's like when,
was
like,
wrong.
for instance, like last night when we were sitting there.
See, we're going around again.
And you say, like, oh, I'm a fucking junkie,
can
and
never
start
just-
with that. So you, like,
Can we just like resolve it?
I'm
without-
just saying, if you want to talk to me, you're gonna talk to me, but don't like say, oh, you're a fucking bad person, you're a fucking junkie.
Okay,
Don't
first
make-
of all, last night I never said you were a
Yes, you did.
bad person.
No.
You right now are being so dramatic.
That's the way it made me feel. Like, just what the whole thing was.
Okay, maybe that's the way you heard it, coming from who knows who. But the way I said it was in a caring way. I told you that I felt like you were turning into a junkie. I did not say you're a fucking junkie.
No,
I don't know why you
no,
think
did
I
say
said that. I did not say that. I don't know if you're hallucinating or what, because I never said that you were a fucking junkie. Not even.
Okay. And I don't know if I want to talk about it really because I don't want to upset you or anything. But it's not because of me and drugs though. But a lot of times, like when I've been around you, like if you don't take your medicine enough, like a lot of times you like say stuff to me, like intentionally trying, like stuff during the conversation, like intentionally. I know, like logically, that you're trying to hurt my feelings. I try not to let it bother you and bother me, and then later on you swear up and down that you did not say that. Like last night you swear up and down, but last night
Well,
I was
then
not
let's
to that
talk
point.
to JJ about that.
I'm just saying
because
that last night I was not to that
you
point,
always
but last
say that
night you
I'm-
called me a fucking junkie and you
I
said that I
did
was a
not
bad
call
person
you
and
that.
didn't want to be around
I
me.
told you that I felt like you were turning into a junkie because of all the drugs you were doing. I never once, I swear, I never once told you that you were, and especially in those words, you were a fucking junkie. Not once did I ever tell you that. No, you can't smoke in here. Remember? You can't smoke in here, just let's not smoke.
Oh,
I'm tired. just tired of talking about it. I think it's stupid and it's already almost
Well,
12.
the point is, what I want to tell you is, just with me moving in here and stuff, and this is stuff that I haven't told anyone. This is not promises I made to anyone. This is not anything but what's my own mind and like what I know I'm going to do. This is stuff that I haven't told anyone because I just don't think it's relevant to like discuss it. But just because it came up, so you know, the reason that I did those things is because those, the ones I did was stuff that I haven't done before. I never did before, and everything I ever did before was like bad experiences and stuff. So I want to do a little, and you think I'm still just all drugged out and gonna continue.
You're just okay.
You think I'm an addict and stuff, but I don't really care.
I think you're strung out right now.
I'm not strung out. I'm stoned. Because you just got me stoned.
I didn't get you stoned. Don't act like
Okay.
I threw the pipe in your mouth. You got yourself stoned.
Why are you arguing about that?
Because the way you said it, you say things wrong too, you know. I don't want to talk about it actually.
Sorry.
I don't want to talk about anything with you right now. And if, maybe we shouldn't hang out with each other because I don't think that there's much resolved because here you are and you're still just like blah blah blah. I don't even know what you're talking
Well, the point is, I'm trying to.
No, see? I don't want to hear you.
No, I'm trying to talk about and explain things and work things out. But
you're just going
it seems
around
like all
and
you
you're
want,
not
all
making any
you want to do
sense.
is you keep on telling me that it seems like we're not friends anymore. It seems like you don't want to be my friend anymore.
No, I don't
And
want
it
to be
seems
your
like
friend if
I don't know
you're
what I'm
gonna.
doing. I don't know.
I don't want to be your friend.
If you never want to talk
if-
about anything, every
Well, you
time
know
I try to
what?
talk about anything, you tell me not to. So I don't know why.
You know what, Joe? I'm weak, and you know I'm weak. And when I'm around you and you're on drugs or you have drugs, I'm gonna be weak about it, and I'm probably gonna do them. You know? So if you have drugs, if you're on drugs, I don't want to be around you. I just don't need that right now. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I'm not saying I don't want to be your friend. I don't want to be your friend when you're, fucked up, okay? That's what I'm saying. And I don't think that you should just come over here every day and constantly be here. Because it's just like you live here. It's exactly like you still live here. Even though it's just that for a couple hours each night you leave. But it's just like you live here. All over again. And that's why I'm still, and that's why I'm still getting upset with you.
There's two things. I'm not gonna do all my explanations so bluntly, okay? Two things that I haven't told anyone is that the reason I'm not going to be doing this shit anymore is because I know I want to get a job, because I want to stay out. I don't want to go home. I want to have an apartment. I want to live downtown. That's why Monday, I got here Friday, and I already knew that I wouldn't be able to get a job on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, because there's no managers or anything there. And Monday morning I was going to go down and get a job. I know I'm going to get a job. And as far as the drugs go, my personal feelings about it is what I've been doing. I was thinking, okay, I'm just going to have a little fun right now, because I know I have to get serious soon. And now that I have a roommate and an apartment and stuff, I'm going to go get a job. I'm not going to do that stuff anymore. I'm not going to be...
Okay. I'll believe it when I see it. I can't. Oh my god, I can't. I can't do this. I
Do
can't
your
talk
makeup.
to myself.
Do your makeup.
I'm just gonna do my makeup.
Just do your makeup. Let's see.
this thing on. It's kind of weird, guys. It's like no audio. Hey, is it just me, or does that fat lesbian with the glasses look a lot like Zot the Avenger? Oh, yeah. Funny. I'm clever. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not really clever. I heard that one too many times. That's not original at all. That was such a 90s looking hairdo, don't you think? It's like kind of almost like preppy. Going from like preppy to freaky. What do you think of that virtual reality rant? That's like all I had. Those are like all the lines I had, right? I'm like, reality is fucked up. So I spend my time in the virtual realm. Some, it's classic, classic. Oh yeah. Well, so what can I say? I guess since there's no audio here, I'm not keeping you from anything. So how about some context? Would that be good? I don't know. Um, let's see. This is like what, the late 90s? So like reality television was like really really starting to take off. Like Real World was already ancient history. That was early 90s. Okay, by the time it was the late 90s, Big Brother was already this footage right here was filmed during the time period between Big Brother 1 and like Big Brother 2. So like it had gone from Real World all the way to streaming on the internet 24 hours a day reality television. So that's kind of a trend, you could say. An entertainment industry trend. Oh, okay. Oh shit. It's all over with. All right. That's good, because I was hoping that was the scenario. You know, DVDs, they are a bit redundant. I think it's because of I think they were designed that way on purpose. Sorry, I'm trying to find a camera here. Here, let me fade to black real quick, and I'll be a little less self-conscious about you staring at my dashboard. All right, and let me turn on a light so I can see what the hell I'm looking for. So yeah, entertainment industry, reality TV, blah blah blah. Well, you know, it was a pretty big deal, actually. I mean, it wasn't as simple as just like, you know, America's Funniest Home Videos, okay? I mean, reality TV is what reality TV is. And granted, that was not necessarily reality TV at all, or even like a reality movie. Okay, that was more like, just like people wanting to make opportunities. Like, I think, god damn, where's the fucking camera? I just need to, you know what, I'll just go back to the damn cell phone. That works. Sort of like, for example, I don't know if you're, the kind of person that like, goes to college and plays drinking games. You know, like, yeah, oh, you're gonna watch something, and every time they say this word, you gotta drink, do a shot, right? Yeah, right. Well, hey, how does this sound? Why don't you try watching that little video right there, and every time you hear the word drugs, you gotta do some drugs. Oh, I'm just kidding. You shouldn't do that. You'd probably overdose. I'm just that's kind of why it's funny. Okay, window capture. Um, there we go. Oh boy. Oh wait, it's backwards. That's right. Okay. And so that was a good joke. 2, 3, 4, and then what? Well, shit, man. I don't know. I don't really want to. I got some things to say, but I don't want to talk about, like, dwell on the individuals, because, like, I've got some perspective now, that I've, like, spent some time on this planet, and I see some scenarios that kind of popped up, scenarios kind of like, an intervention, if you will. Okay? Like, I think that was one of the opportunities that the she was looking to capitalize on, was the fact there's like a camera and people are paying attention, and that there's an opportunity to address a so-called elephant in the room, right? So why not? But the problem when you when you're dealing with a kid that's not even like a hardcore drug addict, that's really just kind of like experimenting with being an adult, like experimenting with having friends, experimenting with living on their own. Let's see. Yeah, the drug thing. Experimenting with setting their own schedule, and not necessarily having to, like, go to bed when the sun goes down and be up when the sun comes up, like most students, have to do. But once you're done with school, you can kind of experiment with that, your schedule, if you really want to, or, whatever. Sorry, I'm trying to use the transform. I'm trying to rotate this, okay? I'm trying. I'm just, trying to host and direct at the same time. It's like walking and chewing bubble gum. Actually, that's pretty easy. Comparatively speaking and literally speaking. But yeah, so it's like, the thing is, I think she tried to talk to him before, that he was, about how she felt like he was turning into a creep, I think is what she was trying to say, like an annoying creep, because, like, I mean, I think we've all watched sketch comedy. That cocaine's a hell of a drug. It's like, yeah, it basically on every sketch comedy show, yeah, the cokeheads, if you're an actor and you want to play a cokehead, just act like an annoying creep. Yeah, perfect. And action, right? Something like that. But, like, what can you say? She was trying to probably straighten him out before he turned into a perma creep. You know what I mean? But whatever. It was a little over dramatic and a little dwelling on one particular topic, like. But the thing is, once you let the cat out of the bag, especially with regards to a topic like that, all right, what do you talk about afterwards? Like, like, oh yeah, so how about this weather? Okay, yeah, that's not gonna work. All right, let's sharpen the image. And transform, there we go. Rotate, yeah, all right. So, but yeah, having anything done on video, like having an outsider, to be a part of the conversation, even if they're not, if they're just like, kind of like I was, just kind of vegged out on the couch, like, but they're still listening though. It's just, it gives you a chance to have an open discussion, And these days, that's no big deal. Because, hello, you're watching this on a stream. Like, it's pretty open, right? I think so. But things were so much more complicated back then. They really were. Here, I'm gonna crop this real quick. Can you tell I'm not a good multitasker? I can't even like focus and talk at the same time. All right, crop and yeah, okay. So who was the camera guy? Is that what you're wondering? As soon as I get this cropped, I'll show you. But I think it was interesting. I mean, I wasn't paying very close attention. I've never really watched that. Like, it's probably like the third time I've ever encountered that movie. Like I said, I kind of got a voluminous collection of videos from the life I've lived. But all right, that's not too bad, not too bad. Sorry, I'm gonna move these. Oh, I gotta. So, and I think that it's kind of interesting. It seems like I've known a lot of people that were kind of like, what's the word? Kind of rural, kind of like isolated. Maybe they lived in the outskirts, or maybe they lived on like the edge of town, because like, especially poor people, because, the most expensive property is always right in the middle of town, where all like the action is and all the people are and where all the socializing happens. So yeah, if you're kind of like just a normal person that's not really rich and just like trying to survive like anybody else, sometimes you end up living kind of away from everybody else. Okay. And sometimes that results in a person that's a little bit awkward, because they didn't get to like socialize as much, growing up, if you will. Okay. And like, so what? So what's the big deal? What's wrong with awkward? Nothing. It's just, when you're young and trying to like, get all adult and crap like that, like grow up, yeah. If you've always been awkward, yeah, you're probably gonna find new ways to be awkward, And I can tell you one thing from my my little opioid experience lately. I can tell you, if you wanna be awkward, or yeah, just get yourself a heavy drug addiction. That's pretty fucking awkward. For reals. Okay. Here, I want to go and I want to go back to the Matrix. That's better. That feels more natural. Ah. Oh no. So let's see. Talking about the social isolation syndrome, and I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that everybody ends up that way, because sometimes there's some real party animals that live in the outskirts. But that's the thing, is you have to make your own fun in that kind of a scenario, right? And so yeah, they're party animals because they're always throwing parties, man. It's kind of what you got to do to socialize when you're like out in the middle of nowhere. or on the edge, on the outskirts, what have you. And I don't know, man. I just, I know you're probably wondering, what does this have to do with anything? I'm like, I don't know. You know, like, that chick, she lived like I basically was kind of on the edge of town growing up, over by A Mountain in Tucson. It's pretty close to the edge of town. Like, if you keep driving west, you'll be at Old Tucson Studios, which is kind of where she was living, like in the middle of the freaking desert, you know, and that's pretty isolated. And and that kid, he I think grew up on the north side, so that's a little bit different, but still just as much desert. And yeah, talking about going to a nightclub once a week and that being your social life, and you know, that's a pretty good social life for, like, what, a teenager? We were all just teenagers. Yeah. And how embarrassing it is. Yeah, it's just like, whatever. It's so long ago, you know. I can't really relate much to that that hacker dude dressed in black. I can't relate to that guy at all. No, I'm nothing like that anymore. Oh shit. So where was I? Oh yeah, these DVDs. You know what I'm talking about. These discs, you know, that hold, like, information, ones and zeros, and lasers read them. I think that they're, like, the DVD format, the encoding, it's, like, redundant, probably because of how easily these optical media discs can get scratched and, like, ruined and stuff like that. I think that, you know, if they have the room, that they will make, like, another copy of the movie, like, a lot of the times, and, like, use it like a spare. I think it works that way. I mean, I'm not like an engineer for Sony or anything like that, but I have owned a few DVDs, and I have, like, burned a few, and I have made a few, and I noticed that's, like, a common thing. I don't normally play the files, the VOB, Victor Oscar Bruno, you know, files. I don't normally play those, but I think you could tell earlier I was having a little bit of trouble managing my video collection. So, but when I do load them up into a playlist, kind of like what happened right now, yeah, I've noticed that there are, like, redundant copies on the disc. So, yeah. I'm just putting 2 and 2 together and coming up with 15. Redundancy is a part of the digital video disc format. And that's why I was like, oh god, this can't be another hour, can it? I thought it was only an hour to begin with. You know, the thing is, the whole reason why that happened was because of a movie aficionado, a super fan, a person that had a video collection of like Hollywood movies like I'd never seen. Truly, like I could just, like, name a few movies that I bet you've never seen. That I picked out of that I handpicked out of this dude's collection. Have you ever heard of a movie called Miracle Mile? I think the guy that stars in Miracle Mile is the dude that plays Gilbert in Revenge of the Nerds. And it is kind of like a post-apocalyptic nuclear war, kind of Cold War, kind of doomsday scenario with a bunch of kind of like freaky kind of new wave 80-ish kind of people from the 1980s, you know, like kind of punk rock. And also, have you ever heard of Road Racers? That was like a movie that Showtime, it was like a Showtime movie channel production. You know what I mean? It's like like an HBO movie, kind of. And yeah, Road Racers. It starred David Arquette, the brother of Patricia Arquette, and he was, well, I guess what you would call a greaser, a rebel without a cause, a rockabilly dude, something like that. And I guess his girlfriend, his woman, his squeeze, was played by I believe it was Selma Hayek. No, you're probably like, what? How have I never heard of this, right? Well, it was just like a Showtime movie. I think it was only ever seen on Showtime. And it's basically like a rockabilly, fantasy. Like if you're a Marlon Brando rebel without a cause kind of a person, I don't know. You'd probably see this movie and crap your pants. It's pretty good. I mean, I'm not even a rockabilly dude, but I do kind of enjoy the music, and I do kind of appreciate the sentiment, because they're kind of like the original punk rockers, if you think about it. Like, in the 1950s, punk rock didn't exist, so what were you going to do? Well, you're going to grease up your hair and play some fiery-ass rockabilly music. And, yeah. So, Road Racers, it's probably right up there. And, yeah, I've never seen those movies since. So, let me see. I'm trying to find scenes. Oh, here it is. Okay. Let me go ahead and do another one of these display captures. No, not that display. There we go. Let's see. Get me back in here. Okay, now we're cooking. I don't know if you're gonna be familiar or not. I don't know. I'm just gonna I have a reference and I'm gonna use it. So let's go to Google. Let's see. Yeah, that's the guy. That's the camera guy. The guy that wrote that book. So, a true expert on the topic of mind control, whether you're talking about government experiment type mind control like MK Ultra, or whether you're talking about religious mind control like in the form of meditation, self mind control, or like in a cult, that kind of mind control where you have a central figure controlling you. Okay? Also, an expert on multiple personality disorder, which also has something to do with the dissociative personality disorder. There's certain correlations. Anyways, so this guy, he was a good writer. He had achieved writing success, you could say. He'd gotten himself out there into the writer's sphere, a known writer, but he was kind of a movie buff. You could tell by his collection. And, he kind of thought he could be a director, or, he just didn't really have the opportunity because, let's face it, when you do a production, it involves a lot of variables, and most of those variables are people. So writing is a lot simpler if you take that into account, because really it just takes you, the author. So what? Well, yeah, he knew me and he knew my situation, and he was kind of tripped out because we were all a bunch of kids, teenagers, and we were living like adults, we were teenagers with a lot of internet and high-tech shit going on, a lot of audio, video, multimedia. I was in a band, had been for a few years, public access television, and then, in the middle of downtown, an urban, about as urban as it gets in Tucson, right? Surrounded by bohemians, that are now our neighbors. Some of them may or may not have used illicit substances. I don't know. I was too busy working to notice, okay? And, yeah, I may have been known to come home after a hard day's work and take a big fat rip off of the glass weed bong and then barf into a trash can. And if you didn't hear that part, well, good. I'm just joking. Yeah, that never happened. Okay. Yeah, anyhow. So it just seemed like a hotbed of activity, especially in this sleepy little desert town, which is mostly a retirement community. A lot of people move out to Arizona because it's like they don't want to get pneumonia. Like, you know what I mean? Like, old people tend to get pneumonia, and like having dry air kind of prevents that. That's just one reason, But anyhow, yeah. So high-tech kids experimenting with all kinds of crap seemed like a perfect opportunity, and like most of us had, except for me, of course, but most of the people hanging out at my place had pretty open schedules. Like, they were available for a movie, let's say, or a TV show, whatever the hell that was supposed to turn into. Alright, so now you got some context. And of course, the girl, she's just like, yeah, I think I could use this as an opportunity. I've been wanting to talk to Joe about the mistakes I think he's making, blah, blah, blah. So, that's what it is. That's just opportunities. He saw an opportunity to maybe have subjects that were entertaining enough for, like I say, reality TV was a trend at the time, and nobody really knew quite how to make it. Like, it wasn't exactly an art form, and it wasn't exactly a science. Actually, it was probably closer to science because it was kind of just a big experiment. Like, even the networks didn't even really know if Big Brother was going to pan out. They just kind of assumed that it would because, like, Road Rules and Real World and The Challenge, I don't know. It seemed like it was bound to catch on eventually, which it does seem to be the case with reality TV. The longer that your production is on the air, the more popular it's going to get, because, the old episodes will get syndicated, and then you'll get new watchers and more fans and yada yada yada. So, all right, and yeah, oh yeah. So basically, I think she was the only one that was in on the whole. We're trying to make an entertaining thing here. Like, there's a camera. There's like, this is our set. And we're trying to make an entertaining thing here, so please don't bore us to death. So naturally, she's like, great, what are we going to do? What are we going to talk about? The bondage fairies, that was kind of fun. That was kind of an interesting way to start out, the video. But yeah, ultimately some drama had to be created, or something, man, So ultimately, at least everybody tried their best. I know it's not watchable. Give me a fucking break. Like, I'm thinking maybe somebody will edit it for me. Because I sure as hell ain't gonna. Like, that's what that is. But, it's essentially a home movie. Fast forward 20 years. So, it's a fictional home movie for the most part. But with elements, plenty of truthful elements for sure. Yeah. And, but there were some more topics. Yeah, some more wide open areas that I was hoping to address. Kind of like, talking about that like rural area social isolation syndrome. You know, that was kind of like an easy trap to fall into, especially if you were like poor, you know, but like there were other traps. And I don't know, it seems like people don't really fall into them so much these days. But I mean, I suppose anything's possible, right? Like when it comes to like kids and you know, like and parents and adults and like non-adults, like it's interesting how like when kids start to get like the way she was talking to Joe, for example, you could tell that that was well practiced, right? Why do you think that is? Could it be religious kind of parents, kind of conservative, kind of like controlling kind of religious parents that are trying to keep their crazy, wild, fucked up kid on the straight and narrow path of righteousness and goodness, and oh, never veer off the path of goodness, you know, because you'll be coloring outside the lines at that point, and oh shit, oh, that's asking for trouble, oh, I tell you. And it's like, I think people are a lot more easygoing these days, and they realize that the tighter you squeeze, the more of a grip that you try to get on somebody and control them, the more they're gonna try to not get squeezed to death. You know, they're gonna try to wiggle their way out of your grasp, your over-controlling grasp. Yeah. And because that's exactly how it works. It's like one hand washes the other, and one hand freaking squeezes the freaking neck. Give me, I gotta get out of this. Because like seriously, if you're a kid and you're a normal kid and you get in trouble, and then all of a sudden everybody's telling you what to do, how to be, you know, how you better not screw up again, or you weren't going to get into college, and blah, blah, blah. It's like you really, if you could be a good, decent kid and have one mistake and be, like, reminded of it the rest of your childhood, you know? It's like, and at that point, you basically just want to hurry up and become an adult, because you don't want people telling you how to live your fucking life. It's like one mistake that you make, and you're just like having to live with it forever. It's not fair. But the thing is when you're getting all this pressure from adults to be a good kid, even though that's what you are, and they just like are never around to notice, okay? Yeah, well, you know, the more that they try to control you and tell you to be a good kid and force you to be a good kid, the more you just kind of want to tell them to shove it up their ass and then go be a bad kid. Because, like, it's like, essentially, why not? If you're already labeled a bad kid, if you already got the reputation, you're getting treated like one, you know, and you're tired of listening to these windbags tell you how to be a good kid, like, give me a fucking break. How do they know? It's been like, what, 20, 30 years since they were last a kid? And you know what? That childhood was in a different era. All right? They had different peer pressures. They had different joys and experience. Like, it's like, if you give the world enough time, if you give the world 10 years, it'll completely fucking change. So, you know, to try to act like you understand anything at all about the youth of today and what they're going through when you're just an old windbag, you know, is kind of ridiculous. But anyhow, yeah, it's, yeah, well, yeah. I would go on more about that, but I think I've said what I needed to say. You know, it's basically like a control control trip thing. You know, the more you try to control, the more you're gonna end up making your own life harder. That's essentially what I was trying to get at. Because you're trying to control bad elements, and by trying to control the bad elements, you're just gonna generate more bad elements. So, and ultimately, it's gonna be bad for everyone. Humans are not meant to be controlled. They're meant to be free, kind of like knowledge. But like, what do you do once the freedom starts to impinge upon others? Oh, that's the control. Oh, yeah. That's why it's cool to just be cool and not be violent, not be rude, you know, show respect. You know, if the rules are easy enough to obey, then obey them. Because if you break them, they're going to make new rules, and they're not going to be as easy to obey. That's for sure. Yeah. But what else? There was something else. I just had it. It was, and then I had to go back, even though I was already done with that topic. What the fuck was it? Oh yeah, it's just kind of funny. I don't know. It's like when you're trying to make compelling entertainment, right? Real compelling. It's like you know, you can either like have a sporting event, maybe have a rock concert, maybe have a 3-ring circus. And the thing is, if you can't catch a ball to save your life, if you can't play an instrument, and your singing makes glass break in your presence, oh, crash. Or maybe you don't know the first thing about being a clown or a juggler or a trapeze artist, etc., etc. Well, what's left? I guess you just weren't meant to be an entertainer. Not necessarily. That's kind of like reality TV. It kind of resembles a soap opera a lot of the time. People just sitting around talking. Just yakety yakety yak. I mean, why do something physically interesting when you can just sit on your ass and go yak yak yak, right? And people will focus on that. People will focus on anything, really. It just depends on how much stimulation they have. If they have zero stimulation, then yeah, you can get them to focus on anything. So, ultimately, the best entertainment is usually when it's being made by talented people that can do things like juggle, play musical instruments, maybe play video games really good, esports, or just regular sports. Gee, I don't know anybody like that, but what do I know about entertainment? I mean, shit. This is more like my therapy session for the day, actually. J Styles, JJ Styles with bright idea records. The brightest minds in music today and 15 minutes into the future. All right. I think I need to take a shower. I'm kind of like relating to Joe when she's saying like, you don't even know that you smell bad, do you? Because you're just not taking care of yourself. I'll catch you later. Thanks for stopping by, everybody.